From the Auburn Sports Network and Playfly Sports, Auburn baseball is on the air. 25 NCAA tournaments, 8 regional titles, and 6 trips to the College World Series. Exclusive game day coverage begins with the leadoff show. Now, let's go out to the ballpark.
We're down to the second to last SEC series of the regular season. There is one SEC series that begins tonight, and it's a top 10 battle. Number 5 Auburn, number 10 Mississippi State from the ballpark that Ron Polk built. Good evening and War Eagle from Dudy Noble Field at Polk Dement Stadium. With Brad Law and Quinn Burkeen in our Skyview Auburn studio, I'm Andy Bertram. After the series win at number 8 Texas A&M, Auburn continued to take game road swing in the Magic City Tuesday night. Griffin Graves went a season-long 4 innings for the win. Eric Guevara homered for the 11th time this season in a 10-2 win at UAB. Mississippi State won handily in its midweek game. The Bulldogs are hitting .310, good for second in the SEC, and their team ERA of 3.85 is also second best in the SEC. Auburn goes with Jake Marciano tonight, sophomore left-hander, 4-3, with an ERA of 2.26. Mississippi State counts with Thomas Valentis. The sophomore lefty is 7-2 with an ERA of 2.37. When we return, the Butch Thompson pregame report. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Bertram.
Auburn football's Director of Player Development, Jeff Jones.
I really think the people who are special in this business actually get the concept of person first, not football, not training, not food, not this, not that. Person first. Because the old adage, like, kids don't care what you know until they know that you care, right? So.
And yet, all those other things you talked about, he has talked about with regard to detail.
Mm-hmm. Any good educator.
Yeah.
Any good educator worth the salt understands the idea that you have to start there. And if you don't, like, what you're teaching doesn't matter. It won't soak. It won't soak in. It'll roll off.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Day coverage of Auburn baseball continues now with the Butch Thompson pregame report.
Well, the 8-game road trip about to come to a close with 3 straight games here tonight and then the Tuesday game at Jacksonville State. You take a look at this road swing for the Tigers and where you're going and who you're playing, and it can be a little bit daunting, but you have talked about staying in the present of late. That has to help when you're playing a A&M and then at a UAB and then a Mississippi State and then at a Jacksonville State.
It is. And, you know, thinking of present, it's like Russian roulette with my beds. It's like my back. I'm like, A&M was a great bed. Birmingham was good. Last night was horrible. I mean, it's like all this traveling. I'm like, I want to go home so much. But these boys love to be on the road. It just shoves them together, I guess. And we did a nice team builder in Tupelo, Mississippi yesterday. Beds for Kids is the organization, and really just a bunch of retired men, and awesome. My brother works at the North Mississippi Medical Center, got us hooked up, and we went and moved some stuff, and some of our boys were pretty good with a sander, and a couple other guys were good at doing some other things to help out. And like I said, they've really enjoyed the road. I've been playing Russian roulette with these beds, and then all these tall orders for playing these teams have just been such a challenge. And this 5 weeks, we got 2 more, and now we're in Starkville, Mississippi, and again, on paper, arguably the best roster put together in college baseball, and they're going to be lathered up. We're both at the same spot in conference. We both would love to have postseason at our own places, and we're going to try to beat up on each other and see who gets the upper hand coming out of this weekend to make that possible.
And you've been on both sides of this rivalry. This is one of the great places in college baseball as far as a college baseball atmosphere.
It is. We've even been in town. Robin's on a trip with me. We had to go do some personal stuff here for back home with family and all that, and stopped and got a little chicken salad sandwich. And there's just so many people from our past, our 7 years here, and people coming up to us and saying hello. They live and breathe this baseball program here in this time of the year when they got a good team. They're having fun. So same type of environment as last week in College Station. These people are going to be here in full force, and it's good to see some friends get all this stuff out of the way before game one, because when that first pitch is thrown, it's going to be pretty intense, and these guys are going to be fighting for it'll be earned and taken care of on the field, but it'll be fun. It's always good to come back near home and see some people, but it's going to be another SEC weekend of absolutely getting after it.
Played last Saturday in the first 2 games of that series against Texas A&M, and this is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. So I'm going to ask you this. How do you pitch this one here tonight?
Yeah, it's probably our biggest threat with our pitching staff that we've had this year. And, again, that's back credit to our pitchers that have done an amazing job in Tiford. And he's always, when I push, has given me great advice to get our pitchers to a point of right up to the line but not overdoing it. And, again, they pitch so good that we haven't had to dig into. Our relievers are good and ready, especially for this time of the year, as good as they could be in how we've used our guys. So I'm thankful for that. Our starting pitching, not so much this week. With the 2 Saturday, whoever throws today is moving up 2 days. And even the other 2 starters with Dre and Petrovic going, Friday, Saturday, they're moving up a day. Marciano was the best out of the bunch as far as Chris Joyner, his staff, Anthony Sanderson, the trainers, and Fox and Tiford, they put these guys through test, and they presented that Marciano was the best guy as far as the jump numbers, recovery, the bullpen, shoulder strength, stability throughout his body, that he was the best guy. But moving up 2 days with Marciano going tonight, game 1, it allows nobody to have to do anything different than what they've had to do the last 5 weeks. Jackson Sanders could come tonight. He only threw just over 60 pitches last week. Cormier, the freshman, will have to get a start in an environment like this for the first time. If Marciano can just get us started, and it may be a shorter outing, and I'll be here to protect him. This guy's taking the ball, and he's like, hey, I'll have a Bison spirit this week. That's the storm. Somebody needs to handle that. I'll go straight toward it, because that's how we'll get through it quicker, and it's the best thing for our staff. So I'm really excited about him taking that step for our staff to keep everybody in the same role and everybody ready to go. But the outing may be a little bit shorter. We'll just have to wait and see. You never know till you get out there. But I'll be mindful of him, and if it's a shorter outing, we take him out and we don't figure out a way to make it successful. I think that's going to be on the head coach, and maybe just the circumstances, weather, and this is the only Thursday, Friday, Saturday series this week in our league. So it's just part of the game. And I'm sure there's other – hopefully we present some threats for the other side, but that's how we've kind of worked through it for a few days and really waited to see how bodies were recovering and where the guys were mentally. And Marciano stepped up to the plate and said, I got this. This will keep us intact. So I'm excited for him and rooting for him, and I'll make sure this team knows he's got that Bison spirit and trying to head right into the storm and get us through it.
All the best tonight. War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Children's of Alabama reminds you that every child's head injury should be treated like a serious injury until a doctor says it's not. The CDC estimates some 4 million sports and recreation-related concussions occur each year. Even a minor fall or collision may be a concern. Symptoms typically include headaches, unsteadiness, confusion, or sleepiness. To find out what to do in case of a suspected concussion, visit childrensal.org/concussion and always dial 911 in case of an emergency.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Yellowwood knows that a five-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For five-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
The starting lineups are presented by Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
We will start with Mississippi State. The Bulldogs are coached by Brian O'Connor, who had a tremendous career at Virginia. They hired him away out of Charlottesville to Starkville, and in his first season, the Bulldogs are ranked 10th, 37 and 12 overall. Both these teams come in 14 and 10 in conference play. Here's the home team's lineup. Garrick Fry, the second baseman, leads things off. Ace Reese, their home run leader and RBI leader. The third baseman, Reese, batting second. Hitting third, it's the first baseman, Blake Beavis. Cleanup hitter is the designated hitter, Noah Sullivan. Batting fifth in right field, it's Jacob Parker. Bryce Chance plays center field. He will bat sixth. Vitas Valencius, the left fielder, hits seventh. The catcher is Kevin Maluski. He will hit eighth. And Ryder Woodson, the shortstop, rounds out the order. Again, for the Bulldogs tonight, it's Fry, Reese, Beavis, Sullivan, Parker, Chance, Valencius, Maluski, and Woodson. Now for the Auburn Tigers, Butch Thompson in his 11th season on the Plains. He brings the Tigers into Starkville ranked 5th in America, 33 and 14 against the toughest schedule in the country. Auburn is 14 and 10 in league play. It's a familiar lineup with what you've seen the last few weeks. Mason McCrane in right field at the top of the lineup. Hitting second, it's the third baseman, Eric Guevara, and batting third, doing the catching, Chase Fraley. The cleanup man is the second baseman, Chris Rembert. Ethan Bingaman plays first base and bats fifth. Bub Terrell in left field hits sixth. Batting seventh, the shortstop, Brandon McCrane. Eddie Madrigal DHs for the Tigers tonight. He'll hit eighth. And batting ninth, Bristol Carter, the center fielder. Again for the Tigers, it's McCrane, Guevara, Fralick, Rembert, Bingaman, Terrell, McCrane, Madrigal, and Carter. Looking for pregame activities? Check out opelikaunforgettable.com. They've got great stay and play options there. Hotels, unique restaurants, breweries, distillery, tons of shopping options. And don't forget to visit Opelika's historic downtown entertainment district. Next game, pregame in Opelika. Before we take our final pregame timeout, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. It's the only game in town from an SEC perspective, another top 10 weekend for your Auburn Tigers. And first pitch follows this final pregame timeout. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Yellowwood knows that a five-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For five-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Butch Thompson.
When we went 12-3 in our home conference schedule this year, I don't think it was a coincidence. I think it had something to do with these renovations and the atmosphere now that's provided. Everybody's always enjoyed coming to Auburn because the people are great. It's a beautiful venue, but it wasn't the most challenging weekend. That's changed, baby.
Sure.
Moving forward, it absolutely has that feel to where I always want, well, that's an Auburn thing. People come to Auburn and people leave and like, that's an awesome place and has awesome people. But I want them to come and go say the same thing, but like, my God, it's tough to play those jokers. That's a tough environment. That is a challenge.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays, wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
On a beautiful night for baseball in Starkville, we're almost ready to get this series underway. Let's set the defense for Mississippi State. Vitas Valencius is in left field. He's the brother of Tomas Valencius, the pitcher. Yeah, Valencius in left, Bryce Chance in center, Jacob Parker in right field. Along the infield, it's Ace Reese at third, Ryder Woodson at short, Garrick Fry at second, Blake Beavis at first. The catcher is Kevin Maluski, and Valencius, the pitcher, 6'2", 225, tree trunks for legs, sophomore lefty out of Lockport, Illinois. He is 7-2 this year with a sterling 2.37 earned run average. That's the 25th best in all of America. 12 starts, 68 in a third innings, 54 hits, 18 earned runs, 16 walks, and 92 strikeouts in 68 in a third innings. He's hit 6 batters, thrown 3 wild pitches. Team's batting .213 against Tomas Valencius in SEC play, 4-2 with a 2.64 ERA. He has struck out 66 in 47 2/3 innings in the league. Valencius to face McCrane, Guevara, and Freilich. We turn it over to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham, to get you going on a Thursday night.
Brad, thank you very much. And the first pitch weather forecast brought to you by Jackson Services. When comfort quits, Jackson Services shows up. Heating, air, and plumbing done right the first time. Family owned since 1973. Call Jackson Services today. Feel the difference. Jackson Services, delivering comfort, creating trust. 69 degrees at game time tonight. Wind out of the north at 4 miles per hour. And partly cloudy skies overhead. Tigers in the road grays, top sand bottoms, blue numerals and lettering. Orange trim. Tigers in the blue ball caps, blue bills, and the orange AU across the front. And it will be Mason McCrane to face Valencius, and the first pitch misses outside for ball 1. Eddie Newsom behind the plate, Justin Robinson at first, Ronnie Teague at second, and Chuck Pack is down at third. Lefty on lefty here. Valencius, the pitch. Strike call on the outside corner.
Mississippi State defensively in the shift early against McCrane. Shortstop vacated.
Second baseman, though, on the infield grass. That's a little bit different as McCrane swings at a fastball and fouls it out of play off the left side. A ball and 2 strikes. And now the full shift, and it's the third baseman that comes over, and he is the one in the outfield grass. A ball and 2 strikes to Mason McCrane, batting .306, 5 homers, 33 runs batted in. Valencius winds and fires, and McCrane takes it outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. This will be an engaged crowd all night long. And it's a big crowd, well over 10,000 on hand here tonight. 2-2 pitch, miss low. Had the corner on the inside corner, but miss low. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
McCrane worked 2 walks against UAB in addition to 1 base hit Tuesday night.
3-2 pitch coming up from Valencius to McCrane. Here it is. Strike 3 call on the outside corner.
Fastball, 97 miles an hour.
Perfectly placed.
Yep.
And McCrane stops to talk with Eric Guevara as the Tigers' best hitter comes to the plate, batting .362. Hit his 11th home run, a 2-run shot on Tuesday night at UAB. 42 runs batted in. Open stance from the right side. The pitch from Valinkas. Swing and a miss and a fastball.
96 up, maybe a little out. Eric checks with Eddie Newsom to ask if it would have been a strike.
Just the start of things in Starkville. 1 out, nobody on for Auburn. Here's the pitch. Guevara fouls off the pitch, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
5 right-handed hitters in the lineup for Auburn tonight against Valinkas. You need all you can get out of those guys.
Fastball in the upper 90s. Throws a sinker and a slider. The pitch. That was the slider. It missed inside. A ball and 2 strikes. Didn't miss by much. Outfield play straight away. Infield back, except for the first baseman, about even with the bag and well off the line. 1-2 pitch. A little high with a fastball. 2-2. Chase Fralick waits on deck. Valinkas shakes off a sign, now gets the one he wants. 2-2 pitch. Swing on a fly ball to right. Back is Parker. He's at the warning track. Has room, makes the catch, 2 down.
It is 330 to right. There's a part right in the corner that juts out. It's a little shorter than that. He may have hit that about 328.
And that brings Chase Fralick to the plate for the Tigers. The Auburn catcher is hitting .331, 12 homers and 38 runs batted in. His 12 homers leads the Auburn Ball Club. He bats with 2 outs and nobody on. Valinkas winds and fires, and Fralick takes a strike on a fastball. Third baseman plays well off the line in the 0-1. Down. A ball and a strike. One and one the count to Auburn catcher Chase Fralick. Wind and pitch. Ball too low.
Valinkas did not allow an earned run in his first 3 SEC starts. 19 innings, 7 hits, no runs.
2-1. Fralick, change up, takes strike 2. And now the shift to the right side of the infield with the third baseman going into shallow right center field. Shortstop stays left of the second base bag. 2-2. Strike 3 call on the outside corner. He struck out both of Auburn's left-handed hitters with fastballs on the outside edge. 3 up, 3 down for Auburn in the first. Mississippi State comes to the plate, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Massive international soccer is coming to Auburn for the first time. 2 proud nations, 1 global game. Argentina versus Iceland. Tuesday, June 9th at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Incredible elite competition and world-class talent coming to Auburn. Road to 26. Argentina versus Iceland. June 9th. Get tickets at aubtix.com or roadto26.com.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Nothing doing for Auburn in the top of the first inning, so Mississippi State comes to bat against Jake Marciano. Marciano 6'3", 180, sophomore left-hander from Bayville, New Jersey. He transferred in from Virginia Tech, and he has been very good for Auburn this year. 12 starts, a 4-3 record, and a 2.26 ERA. That's 14th best in America. 67 2/3 innings, 48 hits, 22 runs, 17 of them earned. He's walked 12, struck out 87, and teams are batting 195 against Jake Marciano. 2-3 in league play, a 2.76 ERA, 45 2/3 innings, 36 hits, 14 earned runs, 11 walks, 52 strikeouts, and SEC teams are batting 211 against Jake Marciano. Defensively, Bub Terrell in left, Bristol Carter in center, Mason McCrane in right. At third, it's Eric Guevara, shortstop Brandon McCrane, Chris Rembert at second, Ethan Bingaman at first, and Chase Fralick behind the plate. Fry, Reese, and Beavis, the first three for Mississippi State against Jake Marciano.
Auburn retired in order in the top of the first. A couple strikeouts for Valenkus. His brother Valencius will bat later in the ballgame.
Valenkus and his brother Valencius.
Right.
Right.
They pronounce their last names differently.
And their mom, we understand, pronounces it differently still. 3 different pronunciations.
Here's Garrick Fry to lead it off. First pitch for Marciano. Fry takes the strike. They don't wait long, do they?
No, they do not.
They don't wait long.
They think their guy never misses and
Correct.
the other guy never hits.
0-1. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to Fry, hitting .316, 8 homers, 35 runs batted in. Marciano, the wind in the pitch. It misses low, a ball and 2 strikes. Marciano going on 2 days less rest. He started last Saturday in that doubleheader sweep of Texas A&M.
That was his 6th quality start of the year. He threw 97 pitches in that outing.
1 ball and 2 strikes to Fry. Right-handed hitter against the lefty Marciano, the pitch. Strike 3 call on the inside corner. Came inside with the fastball for the strikeout. First strikeout of the night for Marciano. The K counter is presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
Off speed to set him up, and then busted him on that inside edge. And we know Marciano will do that. He's hit 10 guys this year, 8 of them in conference play, but he does not give up that inside corner.
And here is Ace Reese. 17 homers, 60 runs batted in for the left-handed hitting third baseman for Mississippi State. Hitting .317, the pitch, ground ball foul off the front of the Auburn dugout. Reese, 6'4", 220, a junior from Canton, Texas, transferred in from Houston. There are transfers all over this roster.
Yeah.
I'm not sure anyone hit the transfer portal more than Mississippi State last year. 0-1. Swing and a miss at the change.
Beautiful.
0-2.
Way out in front.
And not just numbers, but quality numbers for
Right.
Mississippi State in the transfer portal, with Brian O'Connor coming from Virginia.
They made a financial commitment
Yes.
to NIL within this program. This is a rabid fan base, and they kind of reached that point. They said, we're going to go after it.
0-2 to Ace Reese. Marciano off the right side of the rubber. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. 2 strikeouts to open the ball game for Marciano. The K counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
Was showing Fry the fastball on strike 2 might have helped get Reese there as well, because he swung at strike 2, which was the changeup. He's probably thinking, all right, he's going to get me the same way that he got the guy ahead of me. He was out early with the swing.
2 down, and here's Blake Beavis, the first baseman. Right-handed hitter, pitch on the way. Beavis takes a strike. It has been a first pitch strike to all 3 hitters in this inning for Jake Marciano. Beavis is hitting .379. That leads Mississippi State. 5 homers and 23 runs batted in. Pitch on the way. Strike 2. And they cannot believe that call.
I promise I'm not going to snicker every time. It's 100%.
Ahead of Beavis. No balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Swing, and he lifts it out of play off the right side.
Boy, a fastball up and away right here. Although he just went fastball there, 92. You go change up and away here too.
No balls and 2 strikes to Beavis. Wind and delivery. Chopper to the left side. Shortstop, McCrane fields and throws to first. Too late. He took too much time.
Yep.
And it wasn't that close at first base. Now he had to go into the hole to his right to get it. But it's an infield single for Beavis.
Yeah, it was perfectly placed. I mean, McCrane is fast and rounded off his route to get there, but then took one extra slide step that he just didn't have time to take.
And that brings Noah Sullivan to the plate, the DH. Batting .323, 8 homers, and 37 runs batted in. This guy's hitting .327 with 2 outs. Beavis at first, a stolen base this year. Right-handed hitter against the lefty Marciano, who stretches and pitches. Upstairs for ball 1.
As a team, they're hitting .264 in league play. They have 3 guys above .300 in the league. Sullivan at .303.
An infield single for Beavis. He's at first, 2 down in the inning. Stretch in the pitch. Swing and a miss.
That
change up at 80.
Yeah, it's
1-1.
Been outstanding for Marciano here in the first inning. They're catching a Mississippi State team that's eager offensively.
Agreed. Beavis gets his lead at first. Stretch in the 1-1 to Sullivan. Here it is. Ground or foul ball back here. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two outs and a runner at first for Mississippi State. Auburn retired in order in the top half of the inning. Beavis edges away from first. Comes the 1-2 pitch. Miss low, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to count to Noah Sullivan. Stretch and delivery. Sullivan lines one into left. Long run for Terrell. It's off the base of the wall. Beavis is on his way to third. Terrell will hold the runner to first. And there are runners at the corners for Mississippi State.
That was a rocket off the bat. A little more lift and it's out of here. Bub played it well off the wall to hold Sullivan to a single, but that ball was laced.
Both of the base hits for State in this first inning have come with 2 strike counts. And with 2 down, Jacob Parker comes to the plate, the right fielder. Batting .342, 10 homers and 42 runs batted in. Sullivan at first has 8 stolen bases. Beavis is down at third with 2 down in the first inning. Stretch and the pitch. Missed outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Now, on a night where you wonder how many pitches you're going to see from Jake Marciano, Auburn had a chance there to get out of the inning.
Yep. Stretch and the 1-0 to Parker. Ball 2 outside.
Mississippi State is averaging about a run and a half in the first inning. They've outscored opponents 68-28. The first inning is their highest scoring inning this year.
And Parker really good with 2 outs in an inning. He's hitting .357 with 2 outs. Pitch to him. Drops low, 3-0.
And they are on him here right away. First inning.
3 balls and no strikes to count. 2 down, runners at the corners for Mississippi State were in the first. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. He walks on 4 pitches and the bases are loaded.
And every bit of it after 2 outs, after 2 strikeouts.
And here's Bryce Chance, the center fielder.
He is their best hitter in league play, batting .359 in the league.
The infield to the mound and Everett Tieford to the mound for Auburn, the Tiger pitching coach.
And he's only struck out 8 times in 92 at-bats against SEC pitching.
Marciano struck out the first 2 batters, was ahead of Blake Beavis, 0-2, who grounded to the shortstop. And then he beat out the throw to first. Since then, a single off the wall and left, and a 4-pitch walk to Parker, and the bases are loaded, and Bryce Chance to the plate. I keep looking at these numbers with 2 outs. This guy's hitting .433 with 2 outs. And 667 with the bases loaded. Holy cow. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. And Chance at the plate. Beavis at third, Sullivan at second, and Parker at first. Wind and delivery. Right down the middle for a strike. Change up at 80. Wind in the 0-1. Line drive deep into left. Back goes Terrell. He's at the wall. It's a grand slam. Unbelievable. Second home run of the year for Bryce Chance. And it's 4-0 Mississippi State.
The first 2 hits came with 2 outs, and then the 2 strikes and 2 outs. And then the 4-pitch walk. And then again, Marciano got ahead. But Chance teed off on the 0-1 pitch.
Vitas Valencias to the plate. 2 outs, 4 home. Swing and a miss. Left fielder for State batting .355, a couple homers and 15 runs batted in. Auburn could have been out of this inning. 1-2-3-0 across. Oh-1. Valencias fouls it off the right side. And Ethan Harden is already headed to the Auburn bullpen. Boy, oh boy. 4-0 Mississippi State. They've scored 4 runs with 2 outs and nobody on. 0-2. Down and in. A ball and 2 strikes to count. One-two pitch. Line drive, base hit to left.
Boy, 3 of the 4 hits in this inning have come with 2 strikes.
And Kevin Maluski, the catcher, is the 8th man to bat.
Marcel Kulik is also in the pen for Auburn.
Abe Chancellor down there as well.
Yep.
And Auburn's bullpen will get to work here in the first inning. Valencias a stolen base and the throw over, and he's back. Four runs on 4 hits, all with 2 outs and nobody on for Mississippi State. Pitch on the way. Maluski takes it outside for ball 1. Pretty good leap for Valencias at first. And to throw over, he's back standing up. The home run, a grand slam by Bryce Chance, giving his 2nd home run of the year. Pitch on the way. High and deep to left, but that will go foul. My goodness, look at that one get out of here. Holy cow.
He hit that 420 feet or more. The ground ball to short was on the 11th pitch of the inning.
He's at 28 now.
Yep.
1-1 to Maluski. Nope, throw to first. And Valencias is back.
Well, Valinkas hasn't been as effective his last 4 starts as he was his first 4, but man.
Swing and a miss. Fastball at 91. 1-2 the count.
But you got to stop digging here.
Yes. Marciano off the stretch. 1-2 pitch. Upstairs, an appeal to first. He did not go. Count is 2-2 to Maluski. Ryder Woodson is on deck for State. Jacob Parker was set to start at shortstop, but he took a batted ball off his head in batting practice earlier. Pitch, strike 3 call. Well, he struck out the side. But in between the second and third strikeout, Mississippi State scored 4 runs on 4 hits. No errors, a man left. We're through 1. State 4, Auburn nothing. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
We go to the top of the second. Auburn finds itself down 4-0. And the second inning tonight is presented by Auburn Bank, champions of you. 16 pitches in the first for Tomas Valinkas. He will get Rimbert, Bingaman, and Terrell in the Auburn second inning. He struck out McCrane and Freilich looking and gave up a deep fly ball to Guevara in the first. Looked like Auburn was going to have a relatively easy inning in the bottom of the inning. And with 2 outs and nobody on, but State scored 4 times with 4 base hits, including a grand slam by Bryce Chance, the center fielder. Chris Rembert will lead off for Auburn, batting .331, 3 homers, 33 runs batted in. The pitch and a swing at a foul ball. 87. And that's an off-speed pitch from this guy. Pitch on the way. Strike call. Fastball at 96.
After 87, that 96 looks even faster. Auburn can't change its approach here. We're still very early in this game.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out with another fastball. That was actually the changeup at 87. Three strikeouts for Valinkas. And this game is exactly what State was looking for tonight. Big crowd. 3 strikeouts from Valinkas. First pitch is a strike call on the outside corner to Bingaman. And Auburn gives up a 4 spot in the bottom of the first. 0-1 to Bingaman. Sends one up the right side. Deep but foul. Quickly 0-2 to the Auburn first baseman. Batting .324, 9 homers and 33 runs batted in. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Maybe high. It had the plate. Count as a ball and 2 strikes to Bingaman. 4-0 Mississippi State as Auburn bats with an out, nobody on here in the second inning. Here's the wind and the 1-2. Bingaman lifts one right side. That'll get out of play.
That was a slider. They've still yet to make really good contact. I mean, Guevara, I guess, on the fastball had to fly out to deep right field on the fastball. Otherwise, they haven't been able to catch it.
Count remains a ball and 2 strikes to Bingaman. Here's the wind in the pitch. High with the fastball. He missed his spot catcher had set up inside. 2-2. With Bub Terrell on deck. 2-2 pitch. Bingaman fouled it back. Fastball that was elevated just a bit, got a piece of it, and stays alive at 2-2.
That's a lot of bat speed from a freshman to catch that.
Valenkus, the wind in the pitch. Bingaman fouled it back to the backstop. One out, nobody on for Auburn. Top of the second, Tigers trail 4-0. Wind and delivery. Bingaman takes it high.
Pretty good at bat being put together here by Bingaman. He caught one high fastball that he went after, and he's resisted 2 others.
Second full ball count, and it comes home, and Bingaman fouls it back.
Thought maybe he had his bat sped up, went with the breaking ball.
Another 3-2 pitch to Ethan Bingaman from Tomas Valenkus. Here it is. Swing and a miss. And that's the 4th strikeout for Valenkus. 2 outs and Bub Terrell to the plate.
Yep, he averages about 1.5 per inning this deep in the season. Quite a feat. And certainly this first time through, Auburn's not able to catch up to the fastball.
Bub batting .308, 11 homers, 34 runs batted in. Wind in the pitch. Bub sends one up the middle, shortstop to his left, behind the bag, throws to first and gets Terrell by a half step. 3 up, 3 down for Auburn. We're going to the bottom of the second. Mississippi State on top of Auburn, 4-0. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
At Affordable Comfort Cooling Systems and Plumbing, we believe our work is more than just AC and plumbing repairs. It's about serving people with integrity and care. As a Christian-owned company, we take Colossians 3:23 to heart. Whatever you do, work at it all with your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. That's why at ACCS and Plumbing, we do the job right the first time and always stand behind our work. As a proud Ream dealer, we're committed to offering top-quality products and faith-driven values. Give us a call today or visit accsauburn.com to learn more. That's accsauburn.com.
Alabama license number 12084. Keeping your money in a traditional savings account is like using the Yellow Pages instead of Google. Outdated and slow. Skip the small, slow returns and put your money to work with the Max Elevate Money Market. You get all the same security of a savings account, plus the ability to earn even more on your money. Get started at mymax.com/elevate or call us at 260-2600. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
State to the plate in the bottom of the second, leading Auburn 4-0. It will be the 9-1 and 2 hitters for Mississippi State. Ryder Woodson, then Garrick Fry, and Ace Reese. 31 pitches in the first inning for Jake Marciano. If you're looking for fresh seafood, Wharf Casual Seafood serves seafood sourced from American waters. Not a seafood fan? No problem. They also serve burgers, salads, chicken, and more. Wharf Casual Seafood, 6 locations across central Alabama.
Now the second inning is Mississippi State's second largest offensive inning. We've seen Marciano a couple of times of late. I think 2 of the last 3. He has an inning that he struggles, but then he's able to settle in after that. We'll see if he can bounce back here in the second.
Ryder Woodson gets the start at shortstop tonight. First pitch to him is a swing and a miss. Batting .258, he has 4 homers, 29 runs batted in. Jacob Parker was scheduled to start at shortstop, but was hit in the head during Mississippi State's batting practice. He was hit by a batted ball and pulled from the lineup. So Woodson gets the start. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, slider down and in. 0-2 the count.
All right, went up and away, then down and in to get ahead 0-2.
Marciano peers over the top of his glove in the 0-2 pitch. Foul tip in and out of the glove of Frelick.
Auburn has a right-hander.
I think that's Kulik.
Yeah, I do too, yeah.
No balls and 2 strikes to Woodson. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fly ball right side, foul ground, long run for Bingaman into the Auburn bullpen, and out of play. Bullpen is in play down the right side. Mississippi State's bullpen tucked beyond the left field corner. Oh, 0-2 to Woodson. He leads off the second. Mississippi State on top of Auburn 4-0. Now the wind and the pitch. Up the middle and beyond the second or the shortstop into center field.
They have 5 hits, 4 have come with 2 strikes. It's just a good hitting team, and they're showing it the first time through the order.
And that brings Garrick Fry to the plate. Fry, a strikeout victim in the first. Woodson at first, no stolen bases, has a couple of attempts. He gets his lead. Here comes the pitch to Fry. Swing and a miss.
Again, starting him with the off-speed pitch. Auburn turned 3 double plays Tuesday night in Birmingham. They've hit into 16 in 24 conference games.
Throw to first, and Woodson is back. Fry, the second baseman, 8 homers, 35 runs batted in. He's batting .316. Came in batting .316. He's down to .314 after that strikeout. Swings and fouls it out of play right side. 0-2. Getting to 2 strikes has not been a problem for the Auburn starter, Jake Marciano. Finishing it, however, is another story. While he struck out 3 in the first inning, he gave up 3 more 2-out base hits, including a grand slam. He stretches and throws to first, and Woodson is back.
Some of the conversation around Spencer Strider in Atlanta his first couple of years was that he threw too many strikes. He would get to 0-2 and then would throw something too good after that.
Pitch on the way. Up the middle and off of Marciano to Guevara to second, safe. If that doesn't hit the pitcher, that's a double play ball for Auburn.
Yeah, because they had him shaded up the middle. It was right back up the middle and would have been too. It is that kind of start tonight for Auburn.
Runners at first and second and nobody out. And here's Ace Reese. It hit him in the lower leg. I think he's fine, by the way.
Yeah.
First and second and nobody out for State. Stretch by Marciano, the pitch to Reese. Strike call on a fastball.
Kind of between a rock and a hard place here with the A&M series not starting until Saturday. Credit Jake Marciano here for, Coach Thompson talked about having the Bison mentality.
0-1. Strike call outside corner. Fastball again, 0-2.
And he's shown tremendous mental toughness and poise throughout the year. Cattle run away from storms when they're looming. Bison run into them and therefore spend less total time in the storm.
0-2. Miss low and away. Ball and 2 strikes.
And you say, well, you know, 2 days short rest. Maybe you need to go get him early. the coaches have to balance protecting him, which they're going to do first, but also you need as many outs as you can get out of him tonight with everybody moved up.
First and second and nobody out in the second for State. The pitch to Reese. Swing and a miss. He got it. Fastball up and away. And that is the fourth strikeout of the night for Marciano. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one. And here's Blake Beavis. Now you're a double play away from getting out of this inning. Beavis with an infield single. That's what got everything started for State with 2 outs and nobody on in the first inning. Marciano comes set. And the throw back to second base with Rembert covering. It's a State team that has 53 stolen bases in 69 attempts. Runners get their leads at first and second. And the pitch. Ground ball, third base side. On the bag, Guevara throws to first. That is a double play. 5-3 double play. Right?
Yes.
Or are they calling it a foul ball? Nope, it is a double play. Everyone kind of paused, but it's a double play ball. 5-3 on the twin killing, and the inning comes to a close.
That's how smooth Guevara is at third. Ball in glove, foot on base simultaneously.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We go to the third. Mississippi State 4, Auburn nothing. Stay tuned. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Let's be honest, senior living shouldn't feel senior, and it's definitely not all about yelling, bingo! At Atlas Senior Living, we focus on great care, great people, and yes, great days. And no one telling you you can't have dessert before dinner. Well, maybe once. And with locations throughout the Southeast, chances are there's an Atlas community closer than you think. Atlas Senior Living, exceptional care, even better living. Visit atlasseniorliving.com to find a community near you and schedule a tour today.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Double play turn by Eric Guevara, 5-3. That ball was right on top of the bag with runners at first and second and 1 out. He stepped on the bag and threw across, and then everyone kind of stopped for a moment as if perhaps the ball was foul but no, it was exactly what we thought, a double play ball to get out of the inning. It's 4-0 State with Auburn coming to the plate here in the third inning.
It was just so smooth. I mean, he didn't, he didn't step on the base with authority or he just, glove step, throw, another day at the park.
Brandon McCrane will lead it off against Valinkas, and the first pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Fastball at 94. Valinkas has struck out 4 in the first 2 innings. Auburn is looking for its first base runner. Wind and the pitch. Outside, a ball and a strike to the Auburn shortstop. Batting .351. Hit his first college home run last week at Texas A&M. 24 runs batted in. Wind and pitch. Change up in there for a strike. 1-2. Valinkas kind of in a rocking chair right now. 0-2 pitch. Just missed the inside corner.
Not a bad idea. That's where he got strike 1.
Two balls and 2 strikes. Wind and delivery. Chopper foul over the head of Carl Nonemaker, the Auburn first or third base coach. Sonny DeShare down at first for the Tigers. McCrane, Madrigal, and Carter, the bottom third of the order for Auburn, trying to get to Tomas Valinkas. Two-two pitch to the backstop. Fastball at 95, 3-2.
He hit the bull. Good at bat here by McCrane. Bingaman had a good at bat. Last right-handed hitter before this one.
Valinkas looks down on his wrist for the pitch. And now comes home. Got him swinging.
Got him with the off-speed pitch.
5th strikeout for Valinkas. And that brings Eddie Madrigal to the plate for the Tigers. Batting .261, a homer. 6 runs batted in for the Auburn DH. Valinkas winds and fires, and Madrigal swings and misses. I think that one caught the catcher and bounces to the Auburn dugout.
They don't play Madrigal in the shift immediately. You've seen a lot of teams do that. Second baseman is way over. So there's a lot of room just to the right of the bag at second if he can hit it up the middle.
If we get to 2 strikes, I bet we'll see the shift.
Yeah.
Open stance from the right or from the left side for Madrigal. Here's a pitch. Chopper off of Eddie this time. 0-2, and now the shift in place. Four runs, 6 hits for State. Auburn looking for his first base runner of the night. Oh, 0-2 the count, the pitch. Madrigal swings and misses.
Now this game's going to be about adjustments offensively, because this first time through, Valinkas is in the driver's seat. He has dominated every hitter. He's gone to 3 full counts, but he's gotten strikeouts each of the 3 times.
6 Ks so far tonight for Valinkas. And now Bristol Carter to the plate, and the first pitch misses outside. Bristol batting .305, 2 homers, 25 runs batted in. Corners play up, but not in. 1-0. Bristol takes a high fastball for a strike.
You might think about Carter trying to bunt here just to get something going, anything going. It didn't look that way early in the at-bat, though.
A ball and a strike to the Auburn center fielder. Stretch and pitch. Bristol chops it to the third baseman, playing up. His throw to first in time. And Auburn is retired. 9 up and 9 down through 3 innings for Valinkas. 4-0 Mississippi State leads it, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn Associate Head Baseball Coach Carl Nunemaker.
Chris Finwood was here in 2005, and then he left to take the coaching job at Western Kentucky. I stayed, and Butch came in and replaced Chris Finwood in the summer of 2005. And then fast forward to 2011, Finney called from Old Dominion when he got the job there, and I went there with him. And then in 2017, 10 years after leaving Auburn in 2007, Butch called. That's been amazing how that first stop at Auburn led to those relationships that have been not only beneficial for me, but just great people, mentors, people that are still in your life today.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
4-0 Mississippi State, bottom of the third. Auburn makes a call to the bullpen for freshman L.J. Cormier, 6'1", 173, freshman from Tuscaloosa. Cormier has made 15 appearances this year, all in relief. He's 1-0 with a 1.65 earned run average. 27 1/3 innings pitched, 19 hits allowed, 7 runs, 5 earned. He's walked 10, struck out 36. Teams are batting 184 against L.J. Cormier. Against SEC teams, 7 outings, 1 save, and a 1.12 ERA. Just 2 earned runs allowed on 13 hits in 16 innings. 4 walks, 15 strikeouts. He's thrown 4 wild pitches, given up 3 doubles. Teams batting .213. against Cormier in league play. 2 innings for Marciano, 6 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 44 pitches, 33 strikes through 75% strikes. The problem was after a 2-out ground ball to short that resulted in an infield single, it was followed by another single, a walk, and then a grand slam. And if there's one pitch that Jake would like back, it was up and over the middle of the plate, just a textbook on a tee for a grand slam. And that's the scoring in the ballgame. 4-0 Mississippi State as Cormier goes to work here in the bottom of the third.
Third inning presented by the Vance Law Firm. At the Vance Law Firm, they say dial 3 for me, 334-333-3333. Noah Sullivan, the first one to face Cormier, who just misses the inside corner. 1-0 the count. Yeah, throwing strikes was not a problem for Marciano tonight. State was just outstanding with 2 strikes and with 2 outs. The pitch up and into Sullivan. Sullivan singled off the base of the wall and left in the midst of that 4-run first inning for Mississippi State. 2 balls and no strikes to Sullivan. Here's the wind and the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. 2 balls and a strike. Actually, that was the change at 80. Cormier winds and fires. Sullivan lines it into left field for a base hit. He's 2 for 2.
And other than that infield single by Beavis in the first, nothing cheap about these hits Mississippi State is getting. I mean, this is a team that scored 12 in the first inning against Nichols Tuesday night. They were dialed in then, and they brought some of that with them to the ballpark.
Sullivan aboard with a leadoff single. He has 8 stolen bases, and here's Jacob Parker. He walked on 4 pitches in the first. He came home to score on the grand slam by Bryce Chance, who waits on deck to pitch to him. High and away, 1-0.
Cormier has given up 1 run since March 21st. That was against Arkansas. 6 appearances in a row without a run allowed.
Stretch, and the pitch. Drops low with the off-speed delivery. He's gone to 2-0 on the first 2 hitters of the inning. Marciano, 2 innings, gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. He struck out 4, walked 1. Sullivan gets his lead at first, and the pitch. Strike on a fastball. 2 balls and a strike to Jacob Parker. 10 homers, 42 runs batted in. State with 87 home runs this season, including a grand slam in the first. 2-1. Swing and a miss out in front of the change. 2-2.
Would he go back to that? He's got the curveball, the fastball, the change.
Sullivan leads from first. He's going, the pitch, swing and a miss, throw to second base, no chance.
No.
To throw him out. He took off early and had the base stolen easily. It is a strikeout for Cormier. His first of the night, Auburn's 5th. The K-Counter presented by Key of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
Yeah, that was a run. It wasn't a walking lead. It was a running lead. He was 40 feet halfway to the bag before the pitch was thrown.
And here's Bryce Chance, who on an 0-1 pitch hit a grand slam to left back in the first. Sullivan gets his lead at second. 1 out here in the third. And a throw back to Rembert. No tag applied by the Auburn second baseman. 4-0 Mississippi State. Tigers have been retired 9 up and 9 down offensively. Stretch. Here comes the pitch. A bunt attempt, but it's foul by Chance. What do? Following up a grand slam? You try to bunt your way on.
Try to get the infield scrambling. It will draw Guevara in at third, just to the edge of the grass.
And a throw back to second base to Rembert. One out, a runner at second base for State. We're in the bottom of the third. Bulldogs lead the Tigers 4-0. Stretch by Cormier. Checks the runner at second. The pitch. A little bit up.
Yeah, tried the curveball there, just didn't drop enough.
One ball and one strike to count. Guevara maybe a step in front of the bag at third. 1-1 pitch. There's the curveball, and this time it does find the strike zone. A ball and 2 strikes. Outfield play straight away with Chance at the plate. Off the stretch, Cormier. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Foul ball into and out of the State dugout. Tigers down the right side tonight. These are deep dugouts.
Yeah.
A lot of room in front of what would be a bench underneath the overhang of these dugouts. Here's the stretch. And a throw back to second. This time a tag applied, but Sullivan back in time. A ball and 2 strikes to Chance. Cormier stretches and pitches. Fouled off the end of the bat to the Auburn dugout.
Last few times out for Cormier, 1 1/3 against Texas A&M, 3 1/3 against Oklahoma, went 2 innings against Samford. So if you could get between 2 and 3 from Cormier, that'd be good.
LJ comes set, and another 1-2. Swing and a miss. Fastball down in the strike zone. His second strikeout of the inning. Auburn's 6th of the night. K-Counter presented by Key of Auburn, where you're always number 1.
Yeah, won the battle of the eyes there. Chance, the fastball had his eyes up and down, then that fastball was down a little bit for the swing and the miss.
2 down for Vitas Valencius. Sullivan down at second base. Valencius with a single back in the first. Here comes the pitch. It misses low, blocked by the Auburn catcher, Chase Fralick. 1-0 to Valencius.
Valencius, the brother of the starting pitcher, Valinkas.
That is correct.
We got the explanation as to why they pronounce it differently before the game. It's fascinating.
Stretch. 1-0. Swing and a miss. Out in front of the change.
Vitas believes Valencius sounds better with his first name.
Okay.
Whereas Tomas believes Valinkas sounds better with his first name.
And we're told that their mother has a third pronunciation.
Yeah, Valencius.
1-1. Swing and a miss. Curveball. 1-2. Sullivan, who pronounces his name Sullivan, is down at second base. He's there with 2 outs. Leadoff single, stole second. Parker and Chance struck out. Valencius behind 1-2, and he fouls it off the front of the Mississippi State dugout, left side.
All right, he came back to get Chance with the fastball. I think he might try to go to that well again with Valencius here at 2 strikes.
Sullivan with the lead down at second, 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the third. 4-0 Mississippi State. A 1-2 pitch. Line drive right side out of play.
And he did. It was a well-placed pitch, too. Spoiled a good pitch. Fastball, outside corner at the knees.
A ball and 2 strikes the count. Stretching the pitch by Cormier. Line drive, knocked down and into left field, and a run's going to come home and score. A ball was hit hard off of the glove of Guevara, and it's a 5-0 lead for Mississippi State as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Ball was really hit hard off of the glove of Guevara and into shallow left field. Sullivan going with the ping of the bat, scored from second. And it's a 5-0 lead, and here's Kevin Milewski, the catcher. Throw to first, runner back. That stolen base by Sullivan is a big play in this inning.
Yeah, it's the reason he's able to score on that play. Just a rocket. And when Guevara doesn't put the squeeze on it, you know it was hit hard.
Milewski takes it inside for ball one. Milewski, a strikeout victim in the first. Auburn pitching has struck out 6 in the first 3 innings. The problem is 2-out hits have just killed Auburn so far. All 5 runs have scored with 2 outs in an inning. Stretching the 1-0. Deep and very foul to left. Milewski did this the first time up. 1-1.
That almost hit the light pole.
Yeah.
My word.
Milewski, 6'5", 235. He's a junior, transfer from Seton Hall out of Wallingford, Connecticut. Throw to first, and Valencius is back.
Now 6 of their 8 hits have come with 2 strikes.
Stretch. Here comes the pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. State fans thought it was low.
Yeah, Freilich may have stolen one there. It's a good job.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Milewski. Valencius gets his lead at first base. 1-2 pitch. Didn't get that call.
Nope.
2 balls and 2 strikes.
But wise to go back to it and try.
Yeah.
If nothing else, maybe you get him to swing at it this time.
Only game of the night in the SEC. State leads Auburn 5-0. We're in the bottom of the third. 2-2. Just got a piece of it, did Milewski.
Spoiled a really good breaking ball there. Just as Valencius did on the fastball at 2 strikes before his hit.
2 balls and 2 strikes to the Mississippi State catcher. Cormier comes set. And the pitch. Got him swinging. Took something off of that, a crippled swing by the catcher, and the inning comes to a close. A run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. We're through 3. Mississippi State on top of Auburn 5-0. And Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
She was the sister who went unnoticed.
A daffodil might look plain next to a lily, but on its own there is much to be admired.
Now her greatest chapter is yet to come.
The most important thing is to be yourself.
From the world of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice comes a new BritBox original drama.
Mary, you will flourish.
Based on the best-selling novel, The Other Bennett Sister, now streaming only on BritBox. Watch with a free trial at BritBox.com.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Back to more of the Tigers and Bulldogs from Starkville.
Top of the order for Auburn to the plate in the 4th. Auburn has been retired in order in the first 3 innings from Tomas Valinkas, and he has taken to a 5-0 lead. And to take you through the middle 3, here's Brad Law.
All right, 43 pitches for Valinkas, 9 up, 9 down. Similar to how The Sunday game in Texas A&M started. Auburn didn't get its first hit in that game until the 7th inning. Now we go to the 4th. We'll see if the second time through they were able to take any of the data they got from Valinkas in the first 3 innings and put something together here offensively. It's 5-0, still a long way to go. Remember, the Tigers didn't get their first hit until the 7th, and yet they came all the way back in College Station, had the bases loaded with 1 out, down 1 run in the 9th. Bulldogs go immediately into the shift against Mason McCrane, who takes a first pitch slider for a strike, 0-1. McCrane 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 6 strikeouts, 1 flyout, and 2 groundouts for Auburn the first time through against the sophomore lefty. Pitch missed downstairs, 1-1. Valinkas came with Brian O'Connor from Virginia. And a new baseball for Valinkas. The first 3 innings are their 3 biggest scoring innings on the year. Here's the pitch. And it missed low. 2 balls and a strike downstairs with a fastball. He's not fallen behind much in this game. 3 full counts, 3 strikeouts to those batters. Now the 2-1. McCrane grounds it foul off his foot. Count evens at 2-2. Valinkas was not their series opener until 5 starts ago. His numbers haven't been as good to open series as they were before he moved to that spot, but you wouldn't know it tonight. 2-2 pitch to the Auburn right fielder. Called strike 3, outside corner. Same pitch he got him with in the first inning. 10 up, 10 down. Eric Guevara, the batter, and he has the best swing of the night against Valinkas. 7 strikeouts to 10 batters for the Mississippi State starter. Guevara put a good swing on it, sent it to deep right field. It was caught on the warning track. So now Eric's second look. First pitch misses low, 1 ball, no strikes. And you got to walk before you can crawl. Tigers just looking for their first base runner of the night, and then you can go from there just to do something to put any kind of pressure on their starter. The pitch. There's a strike at the knees, inside corner. 1-1 the count. Mississippi State in white, Auburn in gray. Kind of a classic home and road look tonight. Valinkas pitches and misses the outside corner with a backdoor slider. 2-1 to the Auburn third baseman. 4 in the first, 1 in the third for the home team. 2-1 pitch. Guevara swings and misses at 1 way outside. He thought he was getting another backdoor breaking ball, and it never broke. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the crowd behind Valinkas. He pitches, and it's even further outside. This time Guevara held off. And another full count. The smoke from the grills throughout the outfield rising into the dark night. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Guevara down on strike. That's the 8th strikeout for Valinkas. There's 2 down in the 4th inning. It's 11 up, 11 down. This guy is putting on a clinic. Auburn cannot touch him. Freilich looked at a 3rd strike in the 1st inning. Left-handed hitting catcher. Swings to the first pitch, fouls it off to the right. 0-1. And Valinkas did not give up a run in his first 19 innings in SEC play, covering 3 starts. He did that against Arkansas, Vandy, and Ole Miss. Pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. We haven't seen anything like this in a while. We've seen some really good pitchers. Pitch home. Way outside. A ball and 2 strikes. It was way outside. 2 outs, nobody on. 4th inning. 5-0 Mississippi State. Lefty, lefty. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss by Fralick. Inning over. Valenka strikes out the side. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Mississippi State leads at 5-0. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Five 5-0 Mississippi State. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Auburn baseball is brought to you in part by East Alabama Health. With their spacious cancer center, patients can make cancer a distant memory instead of a distant drive. That's why East Alabama Health is Auburn's home field advantage. It is all Mississippi State so far. Bulldogs have the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up in the 4th against L.J. Cormier. Tomas Valenkus on his way to a career night. He's faced the minimum through 12 batters, 9 strikeouts. His season high was 14 strikeouts against Vanderbilt back on March 21st. L.J. Cormier gave up a couple of singles, but struck out the side in the 3rd. Auburn pitching has struck out plenty. The Tigers have struck out 7 through 3 innings. But damage done, a grand slam in the 1st and a single run in the 3rd, and now a big breaking ball that stayed just a little high to Ryder Woodson. 1 ball, no strikes to start the 4th. Woodson, a late addition to the starting lineup. He singled his first time with 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Pass ball, got a piece of it, fouled it back. It's 1-1. Auburn team stayed in Birmingham Tuesday night after the win over UAB, then came over yesterday to Tupelo. Here's the pitch from Cormier. Curveball, tried to stop his swing. He could not, says Justin Robinson. A ball and 2 strikes. And we've seen this before when Auburn has this long road trip, this game away from home, and then they go right to the next destination. They've gone to Children's Hospital before in Birmingham. Here's the pitch. Fastball lifted in the air, right side, foul ground. Bingaman gives it a glance. That'll reach the seats, though. Still a ball, 2 strikes to the number 9 hitter, Woodson. I understand yesterday they were helping put some beds together for kids that otherwise wouldn't have them.
There's a group in Tupelo of retired gentlemen that are making, it's called Beds for Children, and they distribute in this part of the state.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Woodson.
And into Sumter County, Alabama as well.
Pitch from Cormier, curveball. Missed a little in, 2-2.
And Auburn's team helped with literally some heavy lifting yesterday and some sanding of these beds as they were being put together.
More than just what happens on the field. Here's the pitch. Pulled foul into the Mississippi State dugout. Still 2 balls, 2 strikes to the first hitter in the bottom of the 4th. Righty-righty matchup here in the 4th. It's 5-0 Mississippi State. Cormier's pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a breaking ball. 4th strikeout for Cormier, the 8th for Auburn pitching. K-Counter presented by Kia of Auburn, where you're always number one.
You look at that stat and you go, boy, things are going well. Well, they do have 8 strikeouts, but they've given up a bunch of 2-out hits. They've given up 5 2-out runs. And, oh, by the way, the opposing pitcher has struck out 9.
Yeah, has faced the minimum through 4. Yeah, more strikes in a bowling alley here tonight, but State's winning the battle 5-0. Here's Fry, the leadoff man. And he swings with the first pitch and skies it into shallow left center. Terrell coming in. McCrane calls him off. Then Bub calls off Brandon and makes the catch in shallow left. And there's 2 away. At this point, those guys are a little surprised when they're pressed into duty in the field. So many strikeouts. 2 away, and here's Ace Reese. Marciano struck him out twice. Auburn in the shift immediately against him. Wiry, strong third baseman. Open stance, first pitch. Swing and a miss at a change. 0-1.
81 on the change from Cormier.
Reese with 49 strikeouts on the year, but 60 RBIs and 17 home runs. He's the real deal. Pitch, swing and a miss. Another breaking ball. And it's 0-2.
That had some movement down and away from the left-hand hitter.
Cormier off the right side of the rubber. He's ready to go. Reese back in the box. Cormier, the wind, the plant, the pitch. Fouled back.
Elevated a fastball at 92.
Yep. Middle of the order due up for Auburn in the 5th, looking for their first base runner. Got to get the last out in the 4th first. Cormier ready. Looks into Reese and deals. Popped up, left side, foul into the stands.
9 of Reese's 17 homers have come in Southeastern Conference play. Batting .224 in the league. 9 homers, 23 runs batted in.
And you're now at about that point where half of your games are SEC games. Right at or right around half. Another 0-2 pitch to Reese. Swing and a miss. He struck him out off speed, up and away. And Reese with the hat trick tonight. First 1-2-3 inning for an Auburn pitcher. It comes in the 4th. We're through 4, 5-0 Mississippi State. Let's see if the bats can get going in the 5th when Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Yellowwood knows that a 5-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For 5-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
5-0 Mississippi State. Rembert, Bingaman, Terrell. Middle third of the order due up in the 5th. Tomas Valenkus has been vicious so far. He's faced 12 batters. He has 9 strikeouts. His best outing of the year, maybe against Arkansas. 2 hits across 7 innings. No runs. He struck out 7 and walked 2 that game. Tonight, he's not allowed a base runner through 4.
And he's only allowed 3 balls to be put into play.
Right. Yeah, only 3 of Auburn's 12 hitters have not struck out. Rembert struck out swinging in the 2nd. First pitch. Bouncing ball to second base. Charging is Fry. Fielding and throwing. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Brad, on the Yellowwood scoreboard today, Auburn softball season came to a close at the SEC tournament. Great run for the Tigers. They fell in the quarterfinals to Florida 10-9 today, and Auburn season comes to a close up in Lexington, Kentucky. Tomorrow at the Auburn Tennis Center. More on that in a moment.
Bingaman struck out his first time after a lengthy battle. First pitch. Missed the outside corner, 1-0.
Auburn women's tennis plays host to its first ever Super Regional, 5 o'clock at the Auburn Tennis Center against Duke. Admission is free.
1-0. Ground ball up the middle, base hit. Bingaman squared up a 93-mile-an-hour fastball and sent it right back up the middle for Auburn's first base runner, first hit. He's aboard with 1 out.
Auburn women's tennis, the national number 2 seed, a win tomorrow, and the Tigers head to the Final Four in Athens, Georgia.
Live tennis is a lot of fun. If you're in the Auburn-Opelika area, go check them out.
My goodness, they are so good.
Oh, yes, they are. Here's Bub Terrell. Grounded out to short his first time. First pitch. Missed low, 1-0.
Auburn women's golf opens play in the NCAA Regional on Monday just outside Louisville in Simpsonville, Kentucky. The Tigers are the best seeded team at the Simpsonville Regional.
Pitch to Terrell. Way outside. 2 balls, no strikes.
Top 5 teams, I believe, advance to the Nationals out in La Costa in California. It's 3 days of stroke play. Top 5 teams all advance.
Hole on the right as they hold Bingaman at first base. The pitch. Terrell swings and fouls it off to the right into the Auburn dugout.
A week from Monday, Auburn men's tennis, the national number 1 seed, plays in the Athens, Georgia Regional. Same format, 3 days of stroke play to advance to the California NCAA championships.
Speaking of men's golf, Jackson Coyven, the SEC Golfer of the Year. Third straight year.
Yeah, first time ever.
Yep.
Coyven became the second ever 3-time champion of the SEC tournament. He is the first ever 3-time winner of the SEC Player of the Year.
2 balls and a strike to Terrell. Bingaman at first with 1 out. Valinkas delivers. Terrell grounds 1 foul past first. Sonny DeShera does not flinch. He straightened it out a little bit, a little more, put it in play. Count 2 balls, 2 strikes to the Auburn left fielder. Shift with 2 strikes. Terrell could just flick his wrist, hit it out to the left side. Here's the 2-2. Nope, here's the throw to first. And Bingaman is back. Tigers trail 5-0. We're in the top of the 5th.
More on Auburn men's golf. Not only did Auburn have the Player of the Year, they have the Freshman of the Year in Jake Albert.
From the stretch. First time tonight from the stretch. Valinkas sends it home. Bingaman goes. Pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And down to second goes Bingaman. And Brian O'Connor wants batter's interference called against Bub. But no throw was made. You have to make a throw. So it's a stolen base for Bingaman.
7th of the year for Ethan.
Strikeout number 10 for Valinkas, and now Brandon McCrane comes to the plate. Chance to drive in Auburn's first run of the game. It'll take a 2-out hit to do it. McCrane struck out his first time. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Maluski didn't catch the ball. It popped out in front of him. 0-1 to Brandon. Stretched by Valinkas off the left side of the rubber. His pitch is pulled on the ground past the third baseman and into left field. Here comes Bingaman. Throw comes in from left field. It is not in time, and down to second goes McCrane. RBI single, Brandon McCrane. Auburn is on the board. It's 5-1, and he took second on the throw home. McCrane with his 25th RBI of the year, a 2-out hit.
That's the first run of the night for Auburn. But every run tonight has come with 2 outs in an inning.
Yeah.
All 5 runs for Mississippi State, and Auburn's first here tonight. Solid single in the left field. Valencius has not thrown out a runner out in left field. He did not throw out Bingaman at home, and the throw home allowed McCrane to get to second base.
Here's Eddie Madrigal. First pitch low, ball one.
And obviously Valencius is just falling apart.
Yeah, they need to go get him.
Yeah.
He's about to throw his 70th pitch. They should protect him for next week.
Right. They go to A&M.
Here's the pitch. Swing, topped foul. A ball and a strike to count. Well, again, you're toward the end of the second time through the order. He was untouchable in the first 4 innings. And still pretty darn good. 1-1 pitch to Madrigal. Nope, throw to second, and it gets away into right field. Up pops McCrane. He's on his way to third. That ball took about a 30-foot leap.
And I think it got McCrane. I think it hit Brandon.
Oh, so it ricocheted off of him.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, he's holding his right hand down near his
The throw was right
leg.
on top of the bag, but I think his hand was on the bag, and it ricocheted into right, and he didn't immediately realize it. It'll be a throwing error on Valencius.
And they'll make sure McCrane is okay. He's still over there favoring the right arm, trying to shake it out. Meanwhile, the count's a ball and a strike on Madrigal.
And the State fans are growing impatient.
Yeah.
Let them keep growing. Make sure this Auburn shortstop's all right.
Valencius has not missed low wildly at all tonight. If he were to throw a wild pitch, McCrane would come home. He bluffs down the line at third. The pitch to Madrigal is a called strike at the knees, and now it's 1-2 on Eddie. He's in a hole. Got to bear down here. Auburn has scored for the first time tonight. They trail 5-1 in the 5th. McCrane at third with 2 outs. And now time called. And the home plate umpire, Eddie Newsom, saying something to Valencius.
I don't know if it was the warning about coming directly from
Maybe.
the mouth to the ball. I'm not certain.
1-2 pitch to Madrigal. Bouncing ball back to the pitcher. Valencius gloves, underhand toss to first for the out. And the inning is over. But Auburn finds a single chink in the armor. Is it a thread they can pull over the next couple of innings? A run on 2 hits, 1 error, and a runner stranded. New score 5-1 Mississippi State halfway through. Conecuh Sausage is the official sausage and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh Sausage, a game day favorite, always great on the grill. Pick up a pack at your local grocery store, or you can visit the Conecuh gift shop in Evergreen, Alabama, off I-65 at exit 96. Tigers trail 5-1 going to the bottom of the 5th when Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Exclusive play-by-play coverage of Auburn baseball is brought to you by Alabama Power. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
5-1 Mississippi State here in the series opener. We're back at it tomorrow night, a 7:30 first pitch. 7:15 the airtime here from Duty Noble Field. The leadoff show, the Butch Thompson pregame report, the Yellowwood starting lineups. We'll be off and rolling in game 2. Some work to do here tonight. Beavis swings at the first pitch. Fouls it off to the left. They're wearing out foul territory on the left side tonight. 0-1. Cormier back out there to start the 5th. If you could get a 3rd inning out of LJ, they will have stabilized things nicely. He's given up a run in 2 innings. Here's the delivery. Bouncing ball toward 3rd, fielded by Guevara, fair territory, long throw, picked at first by Bingham beautifully for the out. He was straddling the 3rd base line deep at 3rd, was Guevara. His throw 1 hop the bag. Bingham with the stretch and the glove on the short hop, and that's our defensive play of the game, presented by Cook's Pest Control. 1 out in the 5th. Best defense for your home is Cook's, the South's most trusted name in pest control since 1928, and the official pest control provider of the Auburn Tigers.
Really well played by Guevara and Bingham. The backhand scooper over there for Ethan for the out.
Noah Sullivan takes a big breaking curve inside for ball 1. Sullivan is 2 for 2. He has singled twice. He scored twice. 5-1 Mississippi State. Pitch from Cormier. Bounced up there about 4 feet in front of the plate. 2 balls, no strikes. Not any wind to speak of. When the grill smoke rises, it just sort of stays.
It lingers.
Yes, it does. So does the aroma. 2-0. Fastball popped up, back and out of play. 2-1 to the Mississippi State DH. 5 runs, 8 hits for Mississippi State. 1 run, 2 hits for Auburn. Tigers fell in a 4-0 hole in the 1st inning. Trying to climb out of it since. Here's the pitch. Missed a little bit inside with the off-speed delivery, and now it's 3-1 to a good hitter.
This is the first 3-ball count for Cormier.
Yes, it is. He's retired 5 in a row. Here's the 3-1. In there for strike 2.
91 on the inside corner.
And now the count is full. Tigers haven't retired Sullivan tonight. Cormier going to try here. Payoff pitch on the way. High fly ball foul left side.
Is that where your car's parked? Close.
I would say we're too far away, but not with some of the foul balls they're hitting tonight.
Oh.
They're crushing some of these foul. Still 3-2 with 1 out and nobody on in the 5th. Cormier off the right side of the rubber. Into the wind. Here's the pitch. A little blooper into right center field. Rembert goes out. He can't get it. Just a perfectly placed bloop single. And Sullivan is 3 for 3. Not a bad pitch. Jammed him. Sullivan got just enough to lift it out over the head of Rembert, who was sprinting out. Everybody for Auburn did everything they could on that play.
So did Sullivan.
So did Sullivan.
Yeah.
A 1-out single. Another 2-strike hit. 7 of their 9 with 2 strikes.
Remember, Sullivan stole a base.
Yeah.
Back in the 3rd, and it led to a run. So keep that guy close at first.
Got a short lead here. First pitch. Swing and a miss by Parker.
Fastball on the outside corner to Jacob Parker.
Parker has walked. He has struck out. He was aboard when Chance hit his grand slam in the 1st. Runner at first, 1 down. Lefty, Parker, throw to first, and the runner's back. Sullivan's stolen base in the 3rd inning was his 9th of the year. 5th innings presented by Southern Union. More after the pitch. Cormier comes set.
Bigger lead.
And the pitch. Way outside. A ball and a strike. Move seamlessly to Auburn to complete your bachelor's degree in selected programs by taking courses at Southern Union and Auburn concurrently at Southern Union's tuition rates. Let Southern Union put you on a path to the plains. 1-1 pitch to the Mississippi State right fielder. It's a curveball, and it missed outside. 2-1.
He's at 52 pitches unofficially right now. There's LJ, and that will get the bullpen working for Auburn. He's missed out there a couple times to left-hand hitters in this inning.
Throw to first, runner back. Love for him to be able to close the 5th, give you 3 full innings. Marciano worked the first 2. Gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. 4 of those hits in the first inning, including a grand slam. It was the 2-1 swing and a miss. Beautiful changeup.
It was the same spot, and this time he went after it. By the way, Ethan Harden, lefty, in the Auburn pen. I'm interested because he watched 2 go by in the same spot and then went after that one.
2-2. Cormier straightens up. Sullivan short lead. Here's the pitch. That is popped up on the infield. Brandon McCrane comes from his spot in the shift back to a normal shallow shortstop spot and makes the catch.
That's a good job of pitching by Cormier. He missed 2 straight that were well outside, and then he got maybe a gift on the swing at the changeup, and then the fastball, I believe, that gets the pop out to get the second out of the inning.
So now 2 outs for Chance. Chance will get a hero's welcome at the plate the rest of the night. His grand slam in the first is the difference in the ball game right now.
There's a slab of ribs waiting for him after the ball game out in left field.
Sure. First pitch to him. Fastball line, left center field. Bub Terrell on the run, still going. He reaches up, he can't get it. It is one hopping the wall. Runners to second and coming home. I thought it got out as a ground rule double. It didn't. Scoring from first is Sullivan. He scored 3 times. Mississippi State gets the run back on an RBI double. It's now 6-1.
Well, Chance is having a good night. He's 2 for 3. He's at a grand slam and an RBI double. Not typically an RBI guy, not typically a power guy, but he has a homer, a grand slam, and a double to left center, and both have been absolutely tattooed.
That's his 11th double in league play, and he's been their best hitter consistently in terms of average and a little bit of power mixed in conference play. Runner at second, 2 outs, swing and a high fly ball and a curve ball into shallow left center. Carter is over. He's under it. He makes the catch.
2 out runs.
Valencia flies out to end the inning, but Mississippi State gets a run back on 2 hits. No errors and a man stranded. We're through 5. Mississippi State back on top by 5. It's 6-1, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Let's be honest, senior living shouldn't feel senior, and it's definitely not all about yelling, bingo! At Atlas Senior Living, we focus on great care, great people, and yes, great days. And no one telling you can't have dessert before dinner. Well, maybe once. And with locations throughout the Southeast, chances are there's an Atlas community closer than you think. Atlas Senior Living, exceptional care, even better living. Visit atlasseniorliving.com to find a community near you and schedule a tour today.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Top of the 6th inning in Starkville. Tigers trail Mississippi State 6-1. This top 10 matchup. Yet another road top 10 matchup for the Tigers, who are trying to win their 6th straight series in league play. They'll have to come from behind here if they want to get this one tonight. 9-1 and 2 hitters due up in the 6th inning.
Auburn hasn't done that, Brad. 6 straight SEC series since the end of the 2010 season, when Auburn was SEC Western Division champions. That's when we had divisions, and at the start of the 2011 season.
Wow. Wow.
That Auburn team, like we have seen Auburn teams the last couple of years, was red hot down the stretch of the season.
And last year's team was red hot down the stretch. They lost the last series of the year at Ole Miss, but so even that team didn't do 6 in a row. First pitch misses outside to Bristol Carter. 1 ball, no strikes. Well, State's pitcher is pitching like their ace tonight. Valinkas doing exactly what he was advertised to do. Misses downstairs to Carter. Here it's 2-0. He was perfect through 4, retired the first 13 batters that he faced before Bingaman got Auburn's first hit on a single up the middle, came around to score 2 batters later on Brandon McCrane's base hit. Carter shows bunt, takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 2-1. Bristol grounded out to third his first time. A high bouncing ball I thought might get over Reese's head. He's playing in then just as he is now. 2-1. Swing, pulled foul, left side, 2-2. Andres Alvarez on the mound for Auburn tomorrow night. Duke Stone, the starter for Mississippi State. And the 2-2. Carter takes it just a little high, maybe an inch or two out. And the count is full. Carter chokes up a bit with 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Lifted in the air, right side out of play. Maluski and Beavis give chase. They run out of room. Carter will come back and we'll do it again. Alvarez 8-2 with a 2.56 ERA. Stone 6-1 with a 4.40 earned run average. Their Saturday starter is TBA. Another 3-2 pitch to the Auburn center fielder coming up. Valenkus rocks and deals. Ground ball to third, a 3-hopper scooped by Reese. He throws and Carter's out. 1 down in the top of the 6th inning. Back to the top of the order, Mason McCrane. McCrane's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. He's looked at strike 3 twice. Fastball on the outside corner both times. And they've played him in the shift both times. Still waiting on him to put the ball in play. And they move over into the shift against him here. Top of the 6th, 1 out, nobody on. McCrane takes strike 1 on the outside edge. Auburn baseball brought to you in part by Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. Pitch. McCrane, check swing. He went. And it's 0-2. Wind Creek Casino, find your winning moment. 6-1 Mississippi State. Top of the 6th, nobody on, 2 out. Valenkus, pitch number 82. Missed high with the off-speed delivery. High and maybe a little in. Gotta think he's trying to set up the outside fastball again. 1-2 to McCrane. Here's the pitch. He missed low. It's 2-2. 4 of McCrane's 5 home runs on the year have come in league play. This is conference game number 25. Overall game number 48. 2-2. Called strike 3. And there's 2 away in the 6th. Rough night for Mason McCrane. 0 for 3, he's been caught looking all 3 times. And now Eric Guevara. Guevara's 0 for 2. He's flied to deep right field and struck out. 11 strikeouts for Valenkus. Pitch. Guevara grounds it off his foot, foul, 0-1. Big time bounce back for Valenkus last week against Texas. Gave up 3 runs on 4 hits in 5 innings. Pitch to Guevara is low, a ball and a strike. 2 weeks ago against LSU, his shortest outing of the year, 3 2/3 innings, 7 runs, 3 earned on 8 hits, and only 4 strikeouts.
That was a game the State came back and won.
1-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Change
or rather,
up.
1-2.
Change up at 88.
Yeah. Valenkus ready, the pitch. Down and in. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the Auburn third baseman just trying to keep the inning going and give Freilich a chance here in the 6th. Crowd gets behind Valenkus. Little rock back. Now he's ready. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. One way outside. Inning over. Tigers go in order in the 6th. 6-1 Mississippi State. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wynn Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Eight, 9, and 1 hitters from Mississippi State in the bottom of the 6th. L.J. Cormier has gone 3 innings so far for Auburn in relief, giving up 2 runs on 4 hits. No walks, 5 strikeouts. He's thrown 56 pitches so far. Jake Marciano, valiant effort. Numbers probably better than he deserved. He could have been out of the first inning quickly, but a slow rolling grounder to short turned into an infield hit. And then what followed, a 2-strike single, a 4-pitch walk, and then a Bryce Chance grand slam. 6 runs on 10 hits for Mississippi State, 1 run, 2 hits for Auburn. Here's Milewski, the catcher. He's 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts.
See how far you can hit one foul.
Yeah. Marciano got him once. Cormier got him once. Harden continues to throw for Auburn in the bullpen, and the first pitch is low for ball 1. Milewski, the only guy batting under 250 in the starting lineup tonight. His 0 for 2 start has him down to 202. Cormier plants and fires and gets strike 1 on a fastball. Milewski, the Bulldog catcher. Auburn shifts against the right-handed hitter. He swings and taps 1 foul, 0 and 2, or 1 and 2. Everybody pitching on at least 1 day short rest this week. Alvarez tomorrow, Petrovic Saturday. Here's the pitch. Dropped a little low, 2 and 2 to Milewski. This is the only series that's Thursday, Friday, Saturday this week. Next weekend, well, maybe that's an advantage for Auburn, that things are a little more stable. Here's the pitch. It's low, and the count's 3 and 2.
Next week, everybody's Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Final weekend of the season. And then the SEC tournament at the Hoover Met.
And Georgia team that comes to our place next weekend hosts LSU this weekend. Here's the payoff pitch. Pulled foul left side.
That's an LSU ball club that's against the ropes right now. They've got to win, and they have to win their last 2 series, I think, to get in contention to make the NCAA tournament. That's the defending national champion.
Yep. Look home. Cormier shakes off Freilich a couple of times. 3-2. High fly ball, shallow left. Way into the black sky. Here's Carter in left center. Bristol's under it. He makes the catch. So a battle there from the catcher, but Cormier wins it. 1 down in the 6th. And Ryder Woodson comes to the plate.
Next Thursday and Friday, those are 7 o'clock games. Thursday is the graduation ceremony. Friday is the ceremony for the Wall of Fame for Josh Donaldson. And then Auburn and Georgia will close it out Saturday at 2.
Pitch to Woodson, curveball, missed low, 1-0. Cormier's given everything he's got here tonight.
And before that, oh, by the way, a top 25 battle at Jacksonville State on Tuesday.
Just a relentless stretch.
Yes, it is.
1-0. Fastball.
Oh,
a little low, I guess, 2-0.
That's a good pitch.
Sure
Didn't
was.
get the call. That's a good pitch, though.
As we enter the weekend, Georgia in first place in the conference at 18-6. They are 2.5 games clear of both Texas and Texas A&M.
They could clinch the championship this weekend.
Pitch swung on and missed, 2-1. He was looking fastball, and he got something off speed.
At home against LSU before Georgia comes to the Plains.
Auburn and Mississippi State 4 games behind first place, tied for 4th in the league. And with the SEC tournament bracket layout the way it is, versus the pitch, strike down the middle, 2-2.
Good pitch.
There's a little bit of difference in the 4 seed and the 5 seed. The 5 seed's playing first on Wednesday.
Yeah, the 4 seed gets 2 days rest. You
Yep.
got a double bye before you play on Thursday in a single elimination bracket.
Pitch.
Who?
That bounced 8 feet in front of the plate.
And then bounced and hit the bull.
Yeah. 3-2.
I mean, the home plate umpire was ducking to get out of the way of that pitch.
The 4 seed would play its first game of the week on Thursday and then have Friday off if it wins.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. 4 is
You could win the tournament and just use 3 starters.
That's right. Here's the delivery. Missed inside, ball 4. First walk issued by Cormier, a 1-out base runner for Mississippi State. And LJ just got to be, like the lights got to be on. The warning lights got to be on here.
And he's looking into the dugout. I think that may be all for LJ.
He's spent. Man, what a valiant effort from Cormier, the true freshman, on the road, difficult situation. Came into the game to start the 3rd inning and goes 3 1/3. And he's getting a pat on the back from Everett Teaford and a fist bump from every guy on that infield. He went as far as he could go. He's out. Ethan Harden comes in, and he'll have the numbers on the new Auburn pitchers. The Tigers make a Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Conecuh sausage call to the bullpen for the Tigers to redshirt junior left-hander Ethan Harden, 6 foot, 198 pounds, out of Franklin, Tennessee. A transfer to Auburn from Belmont. Harden, no record, an ERA of 5.40. This will be his 8th relief appearance of the season. 5 innings, 4 runs, 3 earned on 7 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, a homer. And opponents are hitting .333 against Ethan Harden. He has made 1 appearance in the SEC, a third of an inning, did not give up a run or a hit. He comes on for LJ Cormier, who goes 3 1/3 innings tonight. Gives up 2 runs, both earned on 4 hits, 5 strikeouts, a walk. Through 69 pitches, 47 for strikes, and he leaves a runner at first with 1 out for Mississippi State in the bottom of the 6th.
Harden's numbers are skewed a little bit because he gave up 2 runs against Youngstown State. Only 1 run allowed, only 1 earned run allowed since then. That was back on opening weekend where he gave up those 2 runs to Youngstown State. The 1 appearance in the league was against Texas. Threw 3 pitches, got an out, and that was it in that game against the Longhorns. So Harden is in. Cormier 3 1/3, 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. He threw 69 pitches, 47 strikes.
Be interested to see the announced crowd tonight. It's going to be over 10,000. They're expecting 13 to 14,000 here tomorrow night and a Saturday afternoon. The top 20, we were told this by the legendary Ron Polk, who stuck his head in our booth before the ball game. The top 25 on-campus crowds in NCAA baseball history are all right here at Dudy Noble Field, Polk to Men's Stadium.
They pack it out, no question. The 69 pitches for Cormier, 22 more than his previous season high. And here is Garrick Fry, the leadoff man for State. The first pitch, curveball, stayed high, 1-0. Fry, the second baseman, has singled, struck out, and flied to left. He bats with a runner on first and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. The throw to first, and the runner's back. Ryder Woodson walked to end Cormier's outing. Big hole on the right side, right-handed hitting Fry, the leadoff man. Pitch to him, swing, and a foul tip into the mitt. It's 1-1. 87 from Ethan Harden. Center field, right field, play him a couple of steps toward left. Terrell straightaway in left. And they play him to pull on the infield. Pretty standard right-handed hitting alignment. Here's Harden's pitch. Off speed, down the line in right, hit well, long run McCrane, that's gone. Garrick Fry's 9th home run of the season, a 2-run homer, and Mississippi State leads 8-1. Opposite field home run for Fry. RBIs 36 and 37. It is the second home run given up by Harden this year, and the first since March 31st at Georgia Tech.
Line complete now on Cormier. 3 runs, 4 hits, 3 in the 3rd innings.
Here's Ace Reese. He's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Left-handed hitter, first pitch. Pop foul back to the net, 0-1. 1 out in the 6th. Harden works off the left side of the rubber, looks into Fralick to get his sign. Auburn in the shift against Reese. And the 0-1. Fly ball, right field. McCrane back. Warning track. Reaches up. Makes the catch. That ball was hit on a line out to deep right field. McCrane all the way with his back up against the wall. Reached up. Plucked it out of the air.
He needed every bit of his 6'6" frame and every bit of that to the wall and right. Reese was looking for his 18th home run and came up just a tick shy.
He's 0 for 4 tonight. Here's Beavis, who's 1 for 3. Single and a couple of ground outs. Guevara has made some nice plays to take hits away from the right-handed hitting first baseman. And the first pitch to him missed a little high, 1-0.
Christian Chatterton has begun to throw in the Auburn pen.
It's 8-1 Mississippi State. 6th inning. The pitch. Breaking ball lined into right center field. Long run McCrane, and he can't get there, neither can Carter. It's a long single for Beavis, his 2nd hit of the night. Good job by Bristol and Mason to get over there to it and cut it off. Hold him to a long single. But it's the 12th hit of the night for Mississippi State. Another 2-out hit. And Noah Sullivan, who is 3 for 3 with 3 singles and 3 runs scored, comes to the plate. Sullivan with 37 RBIs on the season. He's now scored 41 runs for the Bulldogs this year. First pitch to him. High ball 1. No, called a strike. 0-1 the count as we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. The 0-1 pitch to Sullivan. Hit on the ground to short. McCrane to a knee. Fields goes to second for the force, and the inning is over. Mississippi State gets 2 runs on 2 hits. The 2-run homer by Garrick Fry. No errors and 1 left. We're through 6. It's 8-1 Mississippi State. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Enjoy baseball and softball season on the Plains with live sports radio presented by Alpha Insurance. Auburn Sports Network broadcasts are available with no delay at both Plainsman Park and Jane B. Moore Field. Every grand slam, stolen base, and strikeout, yours with no delay. Look for the live sports radio kiosks around the ballpark. Live sports radio lets you take the broadcast with you at every football game, plus home men's and women's basketball games, baseball and softball. Live sports radio presented by Alpha Insurance.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
We move to the 7th inning. Freilich, Rembert, and Bingaman due up for Auburn. Tigers have a run on 2 hits against Tomas Valinkas, the Mississippi State ace, who has pitched every bit like their ace tonight. Mississippi State leads it 8-1, and we turn it back over to the voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham.
Freilich, Rembert, and Bingaman to face Valinkas here in the 7th. Tigers' only run came on a 2-out single to left by Brandon McCrane in the 5th. It followed Ethan Bingaman, a 1-out single in the 5th. That was Auburn's first base runner of the night. It broke up a perfect game by Valinkas. Bingaman stole second and scored on the single by McCrane. Chase Freilich 0 for 2 with a couple strikeouts against the lefty for the Bulldogs. First pitch. It drops low for ball 1. Freilich, Rembert, and Bingaman for the Tigers. Top of the 7th, Tigers trail 8-1. The pitch. Chase misses or watches that one go outside for ball 2. Listen to all things SEC, including live games and SEC This Morning. Tune to Sirius XM SEC Radio Channel 374 and streaming on the Sirius XM app. 2-0 pitch. Freilich goes after a fastball and fouls it back.
Fastball's lost a little bit of the velocity. He was 96, 97 in the first couple of innings. That one up there at 92. Still good placement.
Chase leads Auburn with 12 home runs. He's second on the ball club with 38 runs batted in. Valinkas, the wind in the 2-1. Freilich, jammed, fouled it back here. 2-2. Shift now on for the Auburn catcher. Eight to 1, Mississippi State leads it. We're in the top of the 7th. Game 1 of this key Southeastern Conference series. Right now playing for 4th place in the league. 2-2. Down and in. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Auburn has not had a leadoff man on base tonight.
And their only base runners of any kind were in the 5th.
3 balls and 2 strikes to Freilich. Shift on the right side of the infield. Plenty of room on the left side. The pitch. Chase takes strike 3 off the outside corner. Chase really upset with that call by the home plate umpire.
13 strikeouts now for Valinkas. That's 1 off of his season high.
That's 3 straight strikeouts now for Valinkas. 3 strikeouts for Freilich. And here's Chris Rembert. First pitch, drops low for ball 1. Valinkas has been in control since the first inning. And there's a strike on the outside corner to Rembert. He struck out Mason McCrane has had multiple strikeouts in every inning but the 5th, and here in the 7th. Pitch. That drops low. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out. And nobody on for the Tigers, trailing 8-1. We're in the top of the 7th in Starkville. Rembert 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a grounder to the second baseman. Comes the 1-1. Line drive, base hit to left. Rembert now 1 for 3 on the night. Auburn's first base runner since the 5th, just his 3rd of the night. But Rembert aboard with 1 out. Here's Ethan Bingaman, who spoiled the perfect game back in the 5th. Rembert gets his lead at first. The stretch by Valinkas. Snap throw to first. Close, but safe.
They caught him leaning. Really good job to get back. These two teams have played some wild games over here throughout the years. Was it 17 or 19 where they came back from a 5-run deficit?
Down, ball 1.
I don't know. I know you've seen some wild ones here in this ballpark over the years.
Auburn hasn't won a series here since 2017. Stretch in the pitch. Inside, ball 2. Bingaman 1 for 2 on the night with a run scored, Auburn's only run. And now Maluski will come out in front of the plate. He walks about halfway to the mound and now will go all the way to the mound. The third baseman Reese comes in as well. And there is a lefty warming up in the pen for Mississippi State. He's at 101 pitches right now, is Tomas Valinkas.
That lefty is number 24, freshman Jack Bauer. So the clock is ticking on Valinkas.
2-0 the count. Throw to first. Rembert not that far off the bag this time. He's back standing up without a tag.
I was going to say, even the World Series team in 22, they won the finale of their series 3-2 in 10 innings.
Pitch. Swing and a miss. Bingaman with a mighty cut but came up empty. Two balls and a strike to the Auburn first baseman. Rembert will lead at first. Valinkas stretches. Another throw to first. No tag applied by Beavis. And Rembert back out to his lead. Valinkas comes set, the 2-1. Strike call on the outside corner. 2-2.
Fralick may be more frustrated by that call than Bingaman. He wants the corner too.
2-2 pitch. Here it is. Bingaman just got a piece of one that was down in the strike zone.
He's shown him more sliders in this at bat than maybe any other hitter so far. A long at bat between the two. Valinkas struck out Ethan in the second inning and then a single up the middle in the 5th.
Rembert with a lead at first. 1 out. Auburn 7th. Another throw over and Rembert is back. Two balls and 2 strikes to Bingaman. Stretch just above the belt. 2-2 pitch. Nope. Another throw to first. Runner back. It wasn't even close.
I think this is as much to try and disrupt Bingaman's timing at the plate. They're up 7. They're not worried about Rembert stealing second base.
Valinkas shakes off a sign. Now comes set. 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Valenkis has given up a run on 3 hits. Has a runner at first, 1 out in the 7th. State leads Auburn 8-1. The 3-2 to Bingaman. Swing, ground ball, or rather line drive to the second baseman. Tries to throw in behind Rembert. But Rembert is able to get back to the bag. A sinking liner that Fry caught and then threw to first, but Rembert was back.
Yeah, boys, sometimes in baseball you play a lot of games, and every now and then you have one where their bloops fall and your line drives are caught. And I think that'll do it for Valenkis. We'll see.
Pitching coach is out for State. The catcher joins them on the mound. He is at 106 pitches right now. Two outs, a runner at first for Auburn, and Terrell at the plate. Bub is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout, and Valenkis will get a chance to face Bub Terrell.
Got a right-hander next, so this may be the last batter either way for Valenkis.
State crowd responds. They want to see Valenkis to get through at least the 7th. Rembert at first with 2 outs in the inning. Stretch in the pitch. Terrell swings and misses. Bub hitting .305 on the season. 11 homers, 34 runs batted in. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Stretch in the pitch. Bounced up there, blocked by Maluski, and Rembert stays at first base. 1-1 the count. Two outs, a runner at first for Auburn. Top half of the 7th, 1-1 the count to Terrell. Here's a pitch. Bub swings and misses. Pitch dope out of sight. A ball and 2 strikes.
He's 1 strikeout away from tying his season high.
Listen to that State crowd react. 1-2 pitch. Just got a piece of it, did Bub Terrell. He has seen steady down in the strike zone tonight. Would they dare elevate a fastball here?
Yeah, down and in has worked really well.
Against a guy that's a pretty good low ball hitter. 1-2. Just got a piece of that one.
It's gut check time here for Bub. You got deep into your sophomore season. He's had a lot of at-bats, tough environment.
A lefty-on-lefty battle here. Valenkis has just given up 3 base hits on the night. The only 3 base runners for Auburn. Here's another 1-2. Swing and a drive into left. Back is Valencius. He looks up and it's gone. An opposite field home run for Bub Terrell. He won that battle, his 12th home run of the year. Valenkis hit it, or rather pitched it. Terrell hit it over Valencius' head and left.
That's a really impressive at-bat. He got 10,000 against him there. Vocal, 2 strikes, fought off 2 before it, and then went the other way for a home run. Opposite field power, and that is how Valenkis will exit this game.
Brian O'Connor is out. Valenkis is done as well. And Mississippi State makes a Pepper Tree pitching change. For a new level of taste, Tiger fans know it's got to be Pepper Tree. For the best wine selection, the finest cuts at meat, visit Pepper Tree in Auburn or Montgomery and online, steaksandwine.com. Steaks, the letter N, wine.com. It's a Pepper Tree pitching change for Mississippi State.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, Or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Pepper Tree pitching change to one of the best freshmen in the country out of the bullpen, Jack Bauer. He's a freshman from Frankfort, Illinois, Lincoln Way East High School. 6'4", 195. Another big lefty, a couple inches taller than Valinkas. Bauer on the year, 4-0 in 10 relief appearances, earned run average of 4.5, 16 innings, 15 hits, and 10 walks. He's given up 8 earned runs. He has struck out 25 batters in 16 innings. He's given up 3 home runs, and he's thrown 5 wild pitches. Teams are hitting .231 against Jack Bauer. In league play, 4 outings, 2-0 with a 1.93 ERA. So he's pitched better in the league than outside. 9 1/3 innings, 8 hits, just 2 runs, 6 walks, and 15 strikeouts. Mercy, nearly 2 an inning. He's given up 1 homer in the league, 3 wild pitches. Team's batting .211 against Jack Bauer. Tremendous outing for Valinkas. 3 runs on 4 hits in 6 2/3 innings. He didn't walk anybody and struck out 13. 112 pitches, 72 strikes. Nearly 2/3 of his pitches went for strikes. Valinkas out, Bauer in.
Do you know what Bauer's number is?
24.
Yes.
That's perfect.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
And the first man he faces is Auburn's Brandon McCrane. 1 for 2 with an RBI single.
Well, let's hope Auburn's bats make him feel like the longest day ever tonight. Remember against Texas A&M, once they got Weston Moss out of the game, Tigers had a lot of success against the Texas A&M bullpen. This guy is a strikeout power pitcher.
2 outs and nobody on McCrane. 1 for 2 on the night. The lefty Bauer winds and fires, and McCrane sends one to right. In is Jacob Parker. 1 pitch and the 3rd out retired by Bauer. But Auburn gets a couple runs on 2 hits. No errors and no one left. 7th inning stretch time in Starkville. Mississippi State leads Auburn 8-3. Stay tuned. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
This game recap is presented by Regions Bank. Regions is a proud partner of Auburn University and the official bank of the SEC.
State leads Auburn 8-3. The big inning for Mississippi State was the first 2 outs and nobody on. An infield single for Blake Beavis. A single and a walk, and with the bases loaded, Bryce Chance hit his 2nd home run of the year, a grand slam. State has added single runs in the 3rd and the 5th, and then 2 more in the 6th inning. Every one of the 8 runs scored by State have come with 2 outs tonight. Jacob Marciano went 2 innings, gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. On the other hand, Auburn gets 3 runs, the big blow, a 2-run homer to left by Bub Terrell. And Tomas Valinkas went 6 2/3 innings and struck out 13 on the night.
Pitching change for Auburn as Christian Chatterton is on, the sophomore right-hander out of Brooks High School in Killen. 6 feet 203, 9 appearances, 7 in relief. He's 2-2 with a 6.23 earned run average this year. Was 4-1 last season. This year, 17 and a third innings pitched, 17 hits, 12 runs, all earned, 8 walks, and 17 strikeouts. Team's hitting .258 against Christian Chatterton. Saw him in the win over Samford. He pitched a clean inning against the Bulldogs. Last time in conference play, a third of an inning, a run on a hit against Texas on March 22nd.
So Chatterton is on for the Tigers. He will face Jacob Parker to lead it off, who swings and hits a home run to the top of the stands in right field. A no-doubter to right by Parker, his 11th of the season.
Well, he wasted no time. The first batter to face Harden was Fry. He homered. First batter to face Chatterton, Parker. He also homered.
And each time the Tigers have scored tonight, State has not wasted any time to answer back. Here's Bryce Chance, who is 2 for 3 on the night with a grand slam and a run-scoring double. Wine in the pitch. He shows bunt, bunts it. Front of the plate, Fraley picks it and throws to first, and it gets away from Bingaman. I believe that will be a bunt single for Chance, who's now a triple away from the cycle.
Tough play. Fralick, though, telegraphed the throw. It was wide of the bag at first toward the second base side.
Bingaman tried to reach out.
Yep.
He stretched as much as he could, but could not bring it in. A run home and a runner at first for Mississippi State. Bulldogs lead the Tigers 9-3. We're still waiting on the call. It is a single for Chance. And he's at first, and here is Vitas Valencius.
Says a lot about him as a player, too. He can show the power he showed earlier tonight and then just bunt it right in front of the plate for a hit.
Valencius is 2 for 3 on the night, playing in left field as his brother got the start on the mound. They've had a good night, the Valencius-Valinkis family. The pitch. First pitch outside from Chatterton, got the corner. Outside-ish. Auburn got a call there. And Auburn will get a right-hander and a left-hander starting to throw in the pen. Chance gets his lead at first as Chatterton comes set. It's a high set, the pitch. Swing, line drive into left field. That's down for a hit. Valencius is 3 for 4. Throw back in behind Chance, but he's back to the bag.
Justice DeYoung and Abe Chancellor, the two throwing for Auburn in the pen.
First and second and nobody out. A run already home for Mississippi State in the 7th. 9-3. The Bulldogs lead it. And that brings Kevin Maluski to the plate. He's 0 for 3 on the night. He and Reese are the only two without a base hit in the State lineup. Chatterton comes set. And the pitch. And time called. Nope.
Pitch clock on Chatterton.
Okay, so it's 1-0.
Home plate umpire wasn't watching that. It took Ronnie Teague coming in from second.
1-0 the count to Maluski. Chatterton stretches. And the pitch. Maluski showed bunt. And took it a little bit high, 2-0. (9-3) State leads it. First and second, nobody out. Bottom half of the 7th. Stretch and pitch. Again, Maluski bunts it. Fralick throws to first and gets the State catcher, but the runners move up to second and third. on the sacrifice bunt. Whether you're planting a tree or tackling a backyard project, don't risk a penalty. Contact Alabama 811 before you dig to get your underground utilities marked for free. Visit al811.com or call 811. It's free, it's simple, and it's the law. Everett Tiefert is out. That's probably going to be all for Chatterton if Abe Chancellor is ready in the Auburn pen. Infield on top of the hill. Giving Abe a couple more throws out in the bullpen if Auburn does indeed go to Chancellor right now. Second and third. And one out for State here in the bottom of the seventh. The run home for the Bulldogs, leading Auburn 9-3. And Auburn will stay with Chatterton. And here's Ryder Woodson. 1 for 2 on the night. He singled in the second, struck out in the fourth, walked and scored in the sixth. And Auburn will bring the infield in. Bingaman well up at first base. Guevara now cheats up a bit at third. Everybody else in the pitch, swing and a miss for Woodson. Infield in for the Tigers. Chatterton comes set. Second and third, one out in the seventh for State. The pitch upstairs. Ball and a strike to Woodson.
Just like Terrell was in a tough spot, had to bear down in the top of the inning. This is a spot for Chatterton here. A growth moment maybe for the youngster.
Stretch in the pitch. Strike two. Took a change at 74.
Whether Auburn comes back to win this game or not, if you could get out of this really big jam, take a step forward, maybe earn a little confidence for the last stretch of the year.
A ball and 2 strikes to Woodson. Chatterton could use the strikeout. He comes set and pitches. Line drive into right. McCrane is back, makes the catch. Runner at third tags, and he will score. Other runner moves up to third, and it's 10-3 Mississippi State on the sacrifice fly by Woodson in his 30th RBI of the year.
And that's a product of the sacrifice. These, the number 8 hitter with a sacrifice bunt, the number 9 hitter with a sacrifice fly. Just good fundamental baseball to create a little more distance, a little more cushion.
2 outs and a runner at third for State. 2 runs home for the Bulldogs, and here's Garrick Fry. 2 for 4 on the night, including a home run back in the 6th. And that will be all for Christian Chatterton as Everett Tiefert makes his way to the hill. Auburn makes an East Alabama Health call to the bullpen, we believe, for Abe Chancellor.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Abe Chancellor is the new Auburn pitcher, redshirt senior from Dothan, 6'3", 181, left-hander. Hasn't allowed a run in his last 7 appearances going back to March 22nd. 2 hits, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts in that span overall this year. No record, an earned run average of 0.96. 8 appearances, 9 1/3 innings, 4 hits, a run, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts. Teams are batting .133 against Abe Chancellor. He pitched against UAB and walked 3 Tuesday night in an inning and a third. Didn't give up a run or a hit. So 3 of his 4 walks this year came 48 hours ago. He'd been outstanding. The only run he gave up was in his first outing against Cincinnati. 2 of the 4 hits he's allowed came against the Bearcats. Had an ERA of 13.5 after that night against the Bearcats. It's all the way down to 0.96. So Chancellor is in. Chatterton faced 5 batters. Gave up a homer, a pair of singles, sacrifice bunt, sacrifice fly. Chatterton out, Chancellor in to face the top of the order.
Chancellor, the 5th pitcher of the night for Auburn. Jake Marciano went 2 innings, gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. 3 1/3 innings for Cormier, 3 runs on 4 hits. Hardin, Chatterton, and Chancellor. And with Chancellor on the hill, we'll see Fry turn around and bat right-handed. He homered in his first at-bat against Hardin back in the 6th, batting right-handed. He hit the home run to right. It was a 2-run shot. As the Chancellor is on to try and get the final out of the 7th inning. 10-3, Mississippi State leads it.
They've scored in 5 of the 7 innings tonight. They have 15 hits. They just, that 4-run first popped the top, and they've been relentless offensively.
Fry is 2 for 4 on the night. The lefty Chancellor comes set. A runner at third, 2 outs. The pitch. Fly ball left side, foul ground, and Guevara just runs out of room as it falls behind the screen about 2 rows deep into the stands. 0-1 the count to Garrick Fry. Fry, a grad student out of Alpharetta, Georgia, transferred in from North Alabama. And has had a good season for State with 9 homers and 37 runs batted in. Stretch by Chancellor. Here comes the pitch. Swing, line drive into right. Mason McCrane coming on, dives, and I think he got it. He did. Nicely played, Mason McCrane, to get Auburn out of the inning. But State scores 2 more runs on 3 base hits. No errors, a man left. We're through 7 with Mississippi State on top of Auburn 10-3. And this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Looking for a street legal golf car? Diamond Golf Cars has the largest selection in the state, and the Auburn store is right off Oplaca Road, closer than you think. With locations in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville, they've been raising the bar since 2012 in golf car sales and service. Need a tune-up? Diamond Golf Cars is full service for all your golf car needs, and they offer pickup and delivery, carrying brands such as EasyGo, Club Car, Yamaha, and much more. Visit DiamondGolfCars.com today and drive different. Drive Diamond.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
As we head to the 8th inning, a new left fielder for Mississippi State. James Nunnally, sophomore, number 6, takes over in left. Everything else. Nope, they've got a new first baseman as well. Reed Stallman is at first. So Beavis is out, Stallman is in. Valencius is out in left, Nunnally is in. Bauer is still in there pitching.
And Auburn will send up a pinch hitter as well here in the 8th.
Todd Clay.
Yes. Todd will lead it off. Pitch to him. Strike call at the knees. Madrigal is 0 for 2. Clay off the end of the bat to the second baseman. Charges. Fields and throws for the out. One down for Bristol Carter. Nope. One down for Caden Combs. Big right-handed hitter for the Tigers. 6'4", 260 out of Gardendale High School. First pitch. Strike call on the inside corner. I'll tell you what. Bauer hadn't wasted any time, has he?
No, he is not. One of their primary bullpen pieces.
That missed the outside corner. Ball and a strike to Combs.
And if you're looking for silver linings, you're trying to take some positives away tonight. One of their best bullpen guys being used in a game.
Combs chops it third base side. It's a foul ball. Really good play over there by Reese, but it was foul. I think Reese wanted to challenge that, but State said, nah, we'll keep that in our back pocket.
Let the big fella come back and hit with 2 strikes after digging down the first base line. They have a lot of really good bullpen pieces. Maddox Webb has 3 saves. Ben Davis has 5 saves. Dane Burns has 23 appearances and an ERA of 1.5. They have plenty of arms coming out of the bullpen. This is a good one that Auburn has seen tonight.
A ball and 2 strikes to Combs. Here comes the pitch. Out in front, change up, swing and a miss, 2 outs. And here's Mason McCrane, who has struck out all 3 times he's been up there, all 3 times looking. 3 runs on 4 base hits tonight for Auburn. First pitch to Mason. Fastball high for ball 1. Mason's average has dipped below 300. He's batting .298. Shift to the right side of the infield. And the pitch. Chopper right to the third baseman on the left side. Throws to first. And Auburn goes down in order in the 8th. 10-3, Mississippi State leads it. Stay tuned. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
He's got the speed. He's got room. He's going to score.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM College Sports Radio.
For the win. Got it. Let's go.
Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through regular season and into the postseason. We've got your team covered anywhere you go.
Deep to center field. Oh, it's gone.
Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/College Sports Radio 2025.
Strike out ants, termites, and other pests with a call to Cook's Pest Control. Cook's proven pest control methods and superior termite control system keep your home safe and are backed by a 110% satisfaction guarantee. As the weather gets warmer, your spring cleaning isn't done until you call the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers, Cook's Pest Control.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Back to the ballpark for more Auburn baseball.
Defensive change for Auburn as Cade Ballou enters the game in center field. Carter was pinch hit for in the top of the 8th. So here in the bottom, Ballou to center for the Tigers.
So Terrell in left, Ballou in center, and McCrane in right. With Bingaman, Rembert, Guevara, McCrane on the infield, Freilich behind the plate. Abe Chancellor back to work. He got the final out in the 7th. And he will get the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for State here in the 8th inning, I believe. And we may get a pinch hitter.
Yeah, Reese will start it, and then it'll be Stallman who came in defensively at first for Beavis. And we'll see about Sullivan, the DH.
State scored 4 runs in the first, got a 2-out grand slam. Have added single runs in the third and the fifth, 2 more in the sixth and the seventh. Have not trailed tonight. And Ace Reese will lead off the 8th against Chancellor in the pitch. This is the outside corner for ball 1. Same 2 teams tomorrow night. It's a 7:30 start tomorrow night. Our coverage begins at 7:15 from Dudy Noble Field, Polk DeMent Stadium. 1-0 to the backstop. 2-0 the count. Pitching matchup tomorrow night. Andres Alvarez on the year, 8-2, 2.56 ERA. Against sophomore right-hander Duke Stone, 6-1 with a 4.40 ERA. 2-0 pitch. Reese fouls it back. Had a good cut at that one, 2-1. Don't forget, those of you in the Auburn area, Auburn women's tennis plays in the Super Regional at the Yarborough Tennis Center at 5 o'clock tomorrow night against Duke. Admission is free. Two one. Misses low. 3 balls and a strike now to Reese. Shift is on for the left-handed hitting Reese on the right side of the infield. Here's a pitch. Line drive into right field. It's down for a hit. 16th hit of the night for Mississippi State.
And the first time Reese collects a hit, he had been 0 for 4. Auburn played the shift, and there was only about 12 feet between Rembert and McCrane, and he hit it right in the middle of them.
Here's Reese Stallman. Stallman's batting .313. Has 10 homers and 43 runs batted in. Left-handed hitter against the lefty, Abe Chancellor, who comes set. And a pitch. Fastball on the outside corner at 89 for strike 1. Beavis was 2 for 4 on the night. Off the stretch, Chancellor. And the pitch. Just low and away. 1-1 the count. A leadoff single for Reese. Stretch by Chancellor. And he comes home. Swing and a miss. Big cut by Stallman. And that got the catcher. Foul ball, and it got Freilich.
This is the only SEC game tonight. There is only one other top 25 team playing, and that is USC. Southern Cal leads Nevada 4-0 in the second inning. On the Yellowwood scoreboard.
A ball and 2 strikes the count to Reed Stallman. Chancellor off the stretch. Here's the pitch. Missed outside with his fastball.
You're looking at potential regional opponents. Miami beat Louisville tonight 13-8. Hurricanes 14-11 in the ACC. Louisville 10-15 in that league.
2-2 from Chancellor, headed home. Fly ball into center. Bristol Carter ranges back at the warning track, right at the edge, makes the catch for the first out of the inning. One down, and Noah Sullivan to the plate. 3 for 3 or 3 for 4 on the night. Singled and scored in the first. Singled, stole a base and scored in the third. And singled and scored in the fifth. a fielder's choice in his 4th at bat. 1 out and a runner at first for Mississippi State. Stretch and pitch. Outside corner, strike 1. (10-3) State leads it. Jumped out to a 4-run lead, have not looked back. Pitch. It drops low, a ball and a strike.
And nobody crying any tears for this Auburn team that has won 5 series in a row coming in, one of the hottest teams in the country.
Pitch. Fastball, strike 2.
And barring a big comeback in the 9th inning, this would just be their 3rd series opening loss.
And the last time it happened, they came back and won game 2 and 3 at Florida.
That's right.
Stretch by Abe Chancellor. 1-2 to Sullivan. Swing and a miss, he struck him out.
Well, Chancellor continues to show. I mean, I think we're past the part of him proving to be a viable part of this bullpen. That he's there. And as Auburn heads down the home stretch of the regular season, you look to the postseason, you're going to see Abe Chancellor in important stretches in games.
That strikeout for Abe, his first of the night, is the 10th for Auburn pitching. 2 down for Jacob Parker. Stretch in the pitch. Parker takes a strike on the inside corner. Parker walked and scored in the 1st, struck out in the 3rd, popped up to short in the 5th, and homered to lead off the 7th. Reese at first with 2 down. Stretch in the pitch. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Shift on the right side. Rembert about 20 feet on the outfield grass. Stretch. Here's the 0-2 to Parker. Missed high and away. 2, 3, and 4 hitters for Auburn in the 9th. Tigers trail by 7 right now. Chancellor comes set. And the 1-2. Off speed, misses low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Abe looks in, gets a sign. 2 outs and a runner at first for State. And the 2-2 pitch. Fouled back. Reese led up the inning with a single. He's still at first. 2 outs. 2-2 the count to Jacob Parker. Stretch in the pitch. Hit him. Hit him with the change.
Boy, with 2 strikes and 2 outs.
And we'll get a pinch hitter, I believe. Nope, it is Bryce Chance. Wouldn't pinch hit this guy. He's a triple away from the cycle.
He's raised his average up to 374.
Grand slam in the first, the big blow of this game tonight. First and second, 2 outs. Swings at the first pitch off the end of the bat, foul. Struck out in the 3rd, doubled home run in the 5th, and singled, an infield single, and he scored in the 7th. Stretch and pitch. Swing on a foul out of play off the right side. No balls and 2 strikes to Chance. Reese at second and Parker at first. Chancellor comes set. And the 0-2. Missed down and in. A ball and 2 strikes to count. Tigers trying to get this game to the bottom or the top of the ninth.
Yeah, I didn't want to bring that up, but he would represent the 10th run in the lead.
Pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman, Guevara. Takes it to the bag, and the inning comes to a close. No runs, a hit, no errors, and 2 men left. We go to the ninth. The Tigers trail 10-3, and this is the Auburn Sports Network.
Where were you when this happened?
Fresh. Pitch driven deep right field. That ball is back. That ball is gone. It's a home run. It's a walk-off home run for Stephen Williams. A long, long, deep home run to right field by Stephen Williams on an 0-2 pitch.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment. This is your home for Auburn baseball, the Auburn Sports Network.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just non-stop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Auburn trails 10-3 as we move to the top of the ninth in Starkville. It will be Guevara, Freilich, and Rembert, the scheduled 3 for Auburn to face Jack Bauer, who has set down all 4 men he has faced. State trying to get to 15-10 on the season and take a lead over Auburn by a game for 4th place in the SEC. Game 2 tomorrow at 7:30. Our coverage on the Auburn Sports Network begins at 7:15 tomorrow. Eric Guevara will lead it off for Auburn. He's 0 for 3 tonight with a couple strikeouts. Tomas Valenkis went 6 2/3 innings, gave up 3 runs on 4 hits, and struck out 13 on the night. Auburn did not have a base runner until 1 out in the 5th. Bauer, the lefty, fires, and Guevara hits it 2 hops to the second baseman. 2 first, 1 out. And here is Freilich. Chase is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts on the evening. A modified shift for Mississippi State as Freilich comes to the plate. Bauer winds and fires. Freilich takes a strike down the middle. 95 from Bauer. Who to this point has been perfect. Wind and pitch. Missed the outside corner, 1-1. 1 down, bottom or the top of the ninth. Auburn trails 10-3. Bauer the 1-1. Freilich lines it just beyond the State dugout off the screen. A ball and 2 strikes. And now the full shift by State. (10-3) Mississippi State leads it. 1 out, nobody on for Auburn in the top of the ninth. Bauer, the wind and the 1-2. And Freilich goes after a high fastball and comes up empty. Tough night for Chase. 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. And Rembert to the plate. Bauer has sat down all 6 men he's faced. As a matter of fact, Auburn doesn't have one other than The fly ball by Brandon McCrane. Auburn has hit one out of the infield since. 2 outs and nobody on the pitch. Rembert fouls it back to the screen. Ten runs on 16 hits for State. 3 runs, just 4 hits tonight for Auburn. Stretch and the pitch. Rembert fouls it back. State pitchers have struck out 15 on the night. Oh, and 2 the count. Here comes the pitch. Swing on a fly ball into center. Center fielder chance is on. He is there, and Mississippi State wins it. 3 up, 3 down for Auburn in the ninth. State wins it by a score of 10-3. Stay tuned. Auburn baseball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things.